with Drilla from Chicago?
Big wise, young money shit, man. Wick is lit, coming soon. We out here in Cali vibing with no jumper, man, you know? Go with him.
That be going crazy.
I know I be trolling. I'ma show you how to troll, though. Come on.
That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ants, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds, gang shit. Better ask about drill wick, I changed shit, changed whips, hit a few niggas up with the same blick. I just ran up 30,000 last week, ain't changed fits. When it's valid to my community, you already know they blame Wick. Hey, Keno felt that fat could run no more, he thought it was over. 2 Glocks on like 2 pistols, he knew it was a close one. Goofy came my block, he got one off, but now he toasted. Glock 23, I call it tally, cause this bitch a blower. Druid really grew up my overtext and I ignored her. Take pictures with all my fans, fuck that, my supporters. Start my bitch a biz, she scratch off goals and I support her. Call my phone's 100 in, what's the order? Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I been spending on the ops. Druid, he a bastard, I ain't grow up with a pops. I was out ditching school, testing my accuracy on they block. They say why they call you drills, cause I really been on the lot. Shooters know the shooters, and the killers know the killers. You niggas don't look familiar, I don't know none of you niggas. And I'm jumping out on feet, but caught my first one out the window. And if we ain't DOA him, then he was fighting in a spittle. Seen shit, walk him down, the gun jammed, he thought it was over. Melly died, a nigga hit in his head, but God was over him. Rocket had put fin on niggas crazy, cause he folded. Ten ain't had to say shit when he got that room, but he told it. Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I been spending on the ops. You niggas ain't kill shit, videos the only thing you drop. I'm a low-end terrorist, I really spit every block. Call me Druid, Osama, I done went up on all the ops. That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ants, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds.
Every big one.
I've been driving a cab here for 30 years, and I'm telling you, you don't walk around here at night. Yes, sir. It'll kill you and strip you in 10 seconds flat.
I'm a trophy round this bitch, nigga. They call me big homie. Master level, bro, you drop me, you get like 10 bodies. Payroll let you celebrate it. Don't be his 10 body. Undefeated heavyweight, nigga, I think I'm big baby. Half a brick, slapped it all grams, these horns go crazy. Slap his bitch, knock down his man, Javante Davis. We hang niggas, cab the clan, come get your shit painted. Drop bodies and bags to plan, ain't nothing gon' change me. Rambo, I stand on my name, they know I pop shit. Dirty choppers at my mama house, she know we drop shit. Get in the streets, take will come with it. You bet not snitch, we slump shit everywhere in my city. I cannot flip. In the cell, 8 with his mans looking at his portrait. Like, damn, cuz, what happened to him? I know you salty. Sugar turn to shit, you get static with your partner. They start scratching with some pits. He can't shake up out that coffin. They was calling, trying to squash it. Don't want war with us. Mama house blew up. Dude got his noodle touched. At Geno's caught him lacking. Took my 40, smacked him up. Man, y'all lucky we is on camera. I'd have built your ass up. We started stepping around this bitch. I bet they vouch for it. Little niggas look up to me. Don't know we dropped they big homies. Out of town hunt niggas. I always got my stick on me. I took a life when niggas took some shit from me. Gangsters moving silence. We don't post nothing. I promote violence. They go smoke some. Shaquille O'Neal with an AR Gillos and go post up. My baby 24, R.I.P. Kobe. He gon' show up. Sit you next to Kobe, brother. Then scratch off doing donuts. Let Giants sleep. Why y'all won't come fuck with me? These niggas spinning around, think they tough as me. Shooting shit from up the street. How could you ever think that you had nuts like these? Gonna be another chapter in our killing spree. Payroll, how you catch me, bro? You go crazy, I'm still stepping though. Smack this shit with hollows back to back and watch this head come off. 19, he got bodies, a real gangster. Gang, I'm vouching for him. They know my name, I do this bitch for crushing shit. I ain't no local joke. Drop me, you gon' die. Bet my brother smoking shit, one of them niggas. Know my son gon' be a main character with his switch complete, not mission. You ain't right about your brother, but if I smack one of your bitches on camera, your pussy ass probably be laying in my bushes. We stay dangerous when in the chamber, bro. My mama raised a gangster. I'ma die dying. They gon' have my funeral at a stadium. It's us or y'all. I don't trust a soul. My city small, everybody related. Got cousins and brothers we don't know about. Lot of niggas getting money, I don't matter. Killers control the clout. I had static with millionaires when I was worth for ounce, couldn't get me dropped popped, I still got my glizzy out. Jumping, I'll be getting down. We hit the whole city with choppers, don't come through here. Playing around, my papa shot my daddy, cause it's in my blood to slang his arm. Long way from 8 balls, all that money gon' put us over the top. If you ain't CAB, you a op. That's just how we rock, race killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top, nigga. You a op, that's just how we rock, race killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top.
I talked to say he told me killed him in my way. Bounce out on his block with Drake and Blast. He run, he done that chop, eat up his face. We do his and bounce back in them cars. We right back towards the 8. Bitches claim they love me, they just love that sack. I made her wait. We scratch off the scene and this bitch get the screaming. This is straight. Ski on, they ain't see me. I'm dogging the demon past the Jake. Don't claim that you need me, you just want that cheese and I'm gonna make you wait. Threw her up and he went easy. Happy he grabbed a bait. They call me go cause I stand on all 10 and I go get shit done. I don't care about niggas. I could treat them boys just like my son. I pop out switch on me, FN on me, play, then you done. You know how we bounce out on your block, we hop out chopsticks, please don't run. Told that bitch she come suck me up, I might toss her some huns. We get bored, it ain't shit else to do, so we go on some hunts. We suit up, we go load up the clips, fuck the stick, grab the drum. Catch a face and I'm gon' whack her, put his bitch ass in that trunk. We gon' spin, it's like 3 o'clock, but we ain't tired. One of my brothers jump your gate and you play crazy, then you die. Let's play faces red, I keep telling 30, don't join the lie. Lil D chases ass, brought my twin cause we get real salami. I put that gin up to his face, he closed his eyes. Lil folks got a face shot and somehow up to this damn day he still alive. How yo gun it, cause this the rack and most just don't survive. Out that window with that jerko playing pros and cons line. We chase face cards, I heard that ESO come with like 10. We gon' still take that little scrap, fuck if it's Gokes, Lock or a gin. I love Ben Frank, I think me and bro could be best friends. Heard he died for this gang, I bet he won't do that again. Switchy smack his face, Drench switch the lanes, watch how this go. Niggas ain't any blunt, they scraps, let's be for real, them boys some hoes. We hit Parnell so much at this point, I'ma just say we own it. How they say they spinning blocks, we spin they blocks, they ain't even on them.
We ride AMGs and tracks, ain't none stolen. Drakes up on our trail, we give them hell, we forever rolling. Catch a face, we leave them baked. For that pay, no throwaways. F&N's and Drakes, leave them late. Tabby demon time, no time to waste. Fredo twin up, we grew up on the 8. We some headhunters, for that paper. Call them 6 in the morning, like pop out, we got a face. Caught that face, SRT track talk, no matter, we getting away. Fuck the Jakes, fuck the steak. E-way barely touch my brake. After we fuck, you gotta get up. Hell no, you can't touch my face. Keep my Drake, SRT, we dogging down the whole 8. Lil' Rob called me like pop out, we got it straight. Now we straight.
Hey man, say man, bitch. I said some enthusiasm. Shout out to all the real niggas, real bitch, and real wag. You did. It's kind of hard to fake it. I be trying to fake this shit sometime, y'all. I be trying to fake it with y'all sometime. But I'm in this bitch. We in this bitch. You in this bitch. DJ Ruthless King in this bitch. You got Lowski in this bitch. Your mama in this bitch. Your daddy in this bitch. Your homie still dead in that bitch. Alright, nothing like death to make me smile. I know I'm probably fucked in the head, but what up, Miss Espy? Shout out to my nigga Mark. What up, gang? 78 the real cutthroat. Shout out Rapper Ryan. What up, gang member? What's going on? What's going on, my niggas? You know I love y'all, man. We finna get it bustin' like a man rushing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We finna get right into this shit. What the fuck is this on my... It's this video, bro. It's like, I don't know what that is, bro. It's like almost 1 million fucking views of some tacos that don't look like good tacos at all, man. Maybe I'll tap it later. I kind of want to tap it now, but... Yeah, I know we doing this long-ass video. Hit this super chat at the Cash App. Gang, 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 bitch. This shit 3 hours long, ho. Understand me? I had to end this shit last night. Hopefully we can run through this shit tonight. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? So... We gonna see what's to this shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna take it back to Fuller Park, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it back to, well, fuck else. Fuller Park in Kenwood, man. Let's go.
Of course, while T.
Let me see. Okay, this is where we left off. I went back a little bit just for the niggas that, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. What's up, world?
To 84 years in prison.
Dan Pendleton's death came to represent Chicago gun violence and the loss of innocent lives. Today, the getaway driver, Kenneth Williams, on the stand, he received 42 years from the judge.
That's what happened.
But of course, while THF's war
what
was
happened when
Suwu,
niggas lie. That's what happened when niggas. That's what happened when niggas tell. When niggas go tell, that's what happened to you. If you feel like you smarter than the police, that's what happened to you. When you feel like, hey, nobody gonna know. Oh, I'm gonna get this on. Oh my God. I'm finna let them know that he did it and I wasn't. I had nothing to do with it. I was just a driver. That's how you get nailed. Folks got 40 years for being in the V, nigga. Give me a second, y'all. Alright, let's get it. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga Bobo had a hairline only a mama can love, gang. For him to be young on that picture, Bobo looked like he about 50 years old, gang. I hate that for Bobo.
had ended up getting attention in the press. Their rivalry with 051 Young Money was far from over. To the contrary, it was about to turn deadlier than ever. Few female gang members commanded as much fear and respect as Amanda Fitch, an 051 Young Money member who went by the name Big A. Members of 051 paid their respects to her as a feared and seasoned shooter whose alleged violent involvement in the gang war predated 2008. The YouTuber Trenches News, who lived in the area around Washington Park and knew of many of the people who would become legends in the Chicago drill scene, would later recount how Big A had hopped off the porch early.
Big A, She wasn't chasing it, bro. She wasn't chasing it. She was in it like it, bro. I ain't gonna even say. I can't say she was chasing it. And she wasn't no product of her environment or none of that. Because she was off the porch before a lot of them. All them. She was off the porch before.
Despite a deep, well-known hatred for the THF-46, she would occasionally be spotted strapped with a gun in their main territory at the Ellis Tower, aka the 4624 building.
46, like she really hated 46. She really hated 46 on everything. And she used to be up in a building, staying over there on Ellis. I remember I ran into Big A a lot of times on the Ellis Tower building. Like, for real, she a gangster with her pipe on her, bro. Like, for real. She was standing in the Ellis Tower building or visiting whatever. On
December the 15th, 2010, in the Bronzeville neighborhood, aka the Low End, Stephen Billups, a drug dealer, was at his residence when he received a call from a woman complaining about the quality of his product. Moments after the verbal argument, members of 051, including Big A, T Streets, and Chop, proceeded to purchase rubber gloves and a mask from a local beauty supply store, with the intention to rob Billups of his weed and money. All three would get buzzed into Billups' apartment, and upon entry, they announced their intention to rob him, casually telling Billups, "You know what this is." Billups made a move for his own weapon. It was the wrong move, and ended up being his last, as Big A allegedly opened fire, shooting and killing him. With their target down, they would allegedly proceed to rummage through the apartment.
Billups, I don't know, Billups dead too. Like, that's what's her name, brother? Gang.
Stealing a half-pound of weed and flat-screen TVs before disappearing into the night. The case would go unsolved for a decade, until police eventually linked Big A to the murder. However, it wouldn't be the last murder that Big A was involved in, as she had allegedly
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Big 8 over here looking like Queen Latifah. Oh, set it off. Bro, look. Bro, she's looking like Queen Latifah. Bro, you can see her earlier shit, she just looked like a big girl. Like a big girl, normal little fat girl. Then you can tell when, she bought her first strap. And I ain't talking about a revolver neither. Yeah, she bought some rubber. She bought some plastic. Somebody brought some lifelike. Yeah, bro. You not doing this, gang. I would see. Look, I didn't really know her, gang. You know what I'm saying? I knew a lot of motherfuckers from 051, but I never knew her. If I seen her, I would have paid her no mind, and that's probably when I would have fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I would have just thought she was some big joint, and I'm just walking past. Get your big ass on my way. The whole time she's a savage. So. Yeah, that just fucked my mind up, gang. That she would put your dick in the dirt, and she looked like a cuddly, just big girl.
Participated in one of the biggest murders of Chicago drill history. As many fans know, L.A. Capone was a prominent member of the 600 set, who would also become their most prominent rapper, dropping numerous songs that are now considered drill classics. His talent attracted attention from major labels, including T.I.'s Grand Hustle, with discussions about a potential move to Atlanta to further his career.
I remember us talking and him asking me, "Mom, how you feel about moving to Atlanta?" And I was like, "Son, I'll go. I'll go anywhere you want me to go. We can always come back to Chicago." I didn't have a problem with that if that's what he wanted to do to better his career. He said that Grand Hustle was looking at him, and another label was looking at him.
I ain't gonna lie. Him going to T.I. would have been kind of a good move. Anything that would have bettered his living, that would have gave him some money. It would have bettered. Anything would have bettered his money, gang. But damn, bro, that's fucked up. That would have been probably the push he needed. You see what T.I. did with Young Dro? Shoulder Lean was a fucking hit. You know what I'm saying? But it's on a lot of the artists per se as well. But that would have been that push that he would have needed.
And he was supposed to have a meeting.
That would have been that
Unfortunately,
push.
LA was also really in the streets too, and through his membership in 600 and affiliations with other sets like THF46, LA had many enemies, 051 Young Money being one of the worst. On the afternoon of September the 26th, 2013, following a court appointment, LA Capone headed to on the afternoon of THF46, LA had many enemies, 051 Young Money.
Bro, this shit is just... What was that? This is just pure comedy to me. Because I look back at my little cousin, right? And this shit is comedy because he didn't get along with Parkway. Parkway didn't like him. He was a fucking kid, by the way. He was a fucking child. But Davon, my cousin, too. So I got two cousins, and they both enemies to each other, gang. Davon's ride with the Bees, both ride with Young Money. And I love both of them niggas. Of course, I was closer to Davon, you know what I'm saying? Because I was seeing him he was an everyday cousin. He stayed in the same crib, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? That's a little different. But Fathead, that's on my daddy side, you know what I'm saying? Which I know he my cousin. I know love, bro. That's my cousin. That's my blood. And even when after Fathead died, listening to how people dissed him and how, Davon homies used to diss him and Davon used to diss him, and I'm looking like, nigga, y'all family, because there done been times Davon been over and Fathead was there. You see what I'm saying? Me and Fathead playing the game. Davon come in, he speak, shake hands, play the game too. You know what I'm saying? Him and Food them go about their way. Me and Fathead still in the crib playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You feel me? You see me? Or bitch, how we ride in the car. I go drop all them niggas off. I slide, go holler at him. You know what I'm saying? Make sure Shorty straight. Then I take Davon to Parkway and drop him off. You see what I'm saying? So all this shit is just, it's funny how this shit transpired. It's actually fucked up. But that just show you how small Chicago actually is. Because I come from a humongous family. You know what I'm saying? My daddy had crazy kids. His father had crazy kids. My uncles got crazy kids. I'm talking about, I have a lot of kids. And people look at me like I'm funny. And I have family members that have more children than me. So when they be like, oh my God, he's related to everybody. No, it's a lot of us. It really is a lot of us, gang.
Money being one of the worst. On the afternoon of September the 26th, 2013, following a court appointment, L.A. Capone headed to a recording studio located on the second floor of 7040 South Stony Island Avenue in the South Shore neighborhood. Unbeknownst to him, an operation had been set in motion when 051 Rockhead had received a phone call informing him that L.A. Capone was at that studio. The operation involved two vehicles, a lead car containing the shooters, 051 Lil Mick and 051 Rockhead, and a tail car designed to run interference and block police if necessary, which was driven by Big A and another affiliate called Nico as a passenger. At approximately 6:25 p.m, LA exited the studio's back door into an alley, at which point the gunman, Lil Mick, snuck up and opened fire, striking LA multiple times. He collapsed in the alley before getting rushed to Northwestern Hospital, where he would succumb to his injuries. Afterwards, 051 weren't exactly shy about their involvement in the murder, and just hours after that shooting, Rockhead would make multiple tweets about LA that are still visible through other users' tweets that shared them at the time. He would troll about going to see LA at the hospital the next day if he made it, that anyone who was against the Black Disciples should get behind Young Money because they were giving the BDs the business, as well as taunting LA's good friend Tay 600, aka Tay Capone, by asking why he hadn't been there for his friend. Tay himself would also later allege that Rockhead had actually even tweeted about waiting on LA at the studio prior to the shooting.
Well, I'm paraphrasing, but he tweeted like, we outside waiting on Shorty to come out the studio. Cause I felt like that was another time he was tweeting some and I wasn't ready.
Tay also added that Rockhead's self-snitching was so revealing that by the time Tay and his camp left the hospital, they already knew the exact story.
Anybody, Shorty straight up, it putting the whole business out, folks. We knew what happened with LA, folks, the night LA died, bro. When before we left the hospital, folks, the story that ended up coming out a year later when all of them got arrested, we knew that whole story, 100% of it. That's what was told us. We had all those facts, basically, before we left the hospital, folks.
However, 051 didn't let up, and the next day, the alleged killer of LA, 051 Lil Mick, took to social media to suggest new LA Capone-related names for 600, taunting them by suggesting they rename their hood Capone City or LA World. LA's death was a huge loss to 600 and their respective allies, and it wouldn't be long until THF themselves
hit that super chat, hit that cash up, let's get it.
Were calling out 051, with THF Gino specifically mentioning Rockhead and how he couldn't wait to catch him. Then, just over a month after LA's murder, Big A's own violent reputation finally caught up with her, as THF would allegedly do their part of the get back. On the 14th of November 2013, Big A had just picked up an unknown individual and stopped at a gas station on 66th and Stony Island, when an unknown gunman ran up from behind the gas station and fired multiple shots into the vehicle. Big A wouldn't make it, as she would later be pronounced dead at the hospital. The shooter, who was identified as having dreads hanging from his hoodie, fled westbound behind the gas station, and beyond this description, it seemed the police had very few other leads. However, official...
That could be any fucking body, bro. Dreads hanging out of fucking hoodie, bro. That's anybody from Chicago. That's anybody from anywhere, brother. Honestly.
Information would later begin dropping. In July 2014, 051 Ario, Big A's younger brother, was in police custody in a completely separate incident when he would request to speak to the police regarding the murder of his sister. He would tell detectives that approximately 2 weeks earlier, he had received a call from THF Bezu, and at some point during the call, Bezu allegedly swore on his fallen brother Gudder and on his son that he had killed Big A, adding that he shot her through a fence at the gas station. This alleged quote from Bezu would sound interestingly close to how Bezu would swear about doing something during an Instagram live with another 051 member, Melly.
On Gutter Grade, you put me on the phone with Devin. And Big A repassed. This did not tell me that. Talking about some mercy on my brother online. My son, your up on me, you saw me, boy. You time go.
Moreover, there did seem to be a black iron fence at the back of the gas station, which was also clearly visible in police crime scene photos after Big A's murder, which police noted the gunman had passed through before shooting and fleeing the scene. Big A was a huge loss for 051, and even members from opposing gangs like Tay Capone would speak on her reputation, saying that the reputation that had been publicly given to the most notorious female shooter in drill history, the infamous KI from the STL EBT sets on 63rd, really...
No hats. When people mention KI to me, I chuckle a little bit. It's like she had potential. She could have been something, 100%. But soon as she tried to get that reputation and try to pick that gun up to do such, she died. Like, she didn't have a chance to.
He belonged to Big A.
I don't know who the people keep talking about KI like she was just out here like.
She didn't.
You want to know who people make KI sound like? Big A. And I ain't talking about Big A from O Block. I'm talking about the dyke Big A from Young Money. Like that little dyke, like she was trying to do some shit, you feel me? That's why when she got caught, did her like they did her.
Later in 2014, 3 051 members who had allegedly participated in the LA Capone hit, Lil Mick, Rockhead, and Miko would all be charged for the crime, and they'd all end up receiving hefty sentences, while Big A would be mentioned in the police
That's crazy, cause Lil Mick about to come home.
reports as offender deceased. But for 600 and their allies like THF, Big A's death was seemingly not big enough revenge, and in 2014, they would allegedly end up catching a much bigger target. When it comes to well-known 051 Young Money members, their most infamous member would likely be 051 Melly, who would make his name on the streets, as I discussed in my video.
My motherfucking brother Yarmel
Covered his many alleged murders. But their second most famous member would likely be the rapper Lil Mark, whose musical ambitions became closely intertwined with gang rivalries that would ultimately claim his life. Unfortunately for Mark, he had missed the entire 2012 when the drill music scene had blown up to nationwide attention due to serving approximately 16 months in county jail and Stateville Correctional Center on weapons charges. But on February the 9th, 2013, he was released back onto the streets, returning to witness a drastically changed drill landscape, different and much bigger than the one he'd been participating in with his early songs in 2011. And now, he was looking to take his place next to the globally known rappers from the opposing side of the gang rivalry, headed of course by O-Block superstar Chief Keef, who had blown up and become a mainstream fan favorite amongst hip-hop fans after his legendary run in 2012. So, wanting to get a piece of the action upon...
I'm not gonna lie, bro, imagine you have to go up, right? You a new artist, right? You had a song or two and probably didn't do shit, who gives a fuck, right? But you gotta go against niggas like Chief, Lil Durk, Lil Reese at the time. Fuck out of here. You don't have a fucking chance in hell. Nigga Duck had to sell his soul to fucking to fucking be a opposer for them niggas. Duck had to sell his soul to go against them niggas, bro. And he died trying, gang. Look at all the enemies that fell short from the opposing side that was rappers. Lil JoJo, Lil Mister, Duck. Lil J stayed in fucking jail, bro. Let's just keep this shit what it is. Lil J was in jail. He had his he had his song. He did his little dance. He bopped all that fruity ass shit, right? Right. And then what? Then he went to jail. He wasn't outside the whole time. He did how many years in jail? You texting me something? That nigga did so much time in jail, gang. And then when he did get out, people thought, oh, Lil J gonna make us run. Oh, it's Lil J year. What happened? His tranny loving ass went right back to jail. Everybody that was a real opposer, everybody that was a good opposer till the BDs, they was killed. Lil J, like you said, Lil J was the only one, and Lil J did all that time in jail, gang, just to come out No Diddy. What he make the fatty on my daddy was I don't know. Somebody told me. I react to it. I don't know, was that before he was in jail, but that was the gayest song ever. Fatty on my daddy sounds crazy. The girl put a fatty on my daddy. That sounds like cuckoldism to me, but it's just whatever. It's whatever. What I'm saying is this, gang. Now you can say well, my boy Drilla. But Drilla ain't a fucking rapper for real. He does a fucking hobby. Lil J and Lil JoJo's only one potential. So no Duck? I feel like Duck could have possibly, like, you know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Swag is a fucking, he was never a contender, gang. He was never a contender, gang. Just look at how the stands, look how that shit, bro, that showed it, if that was a fight, it wouldn't even be a fair boxing fight. Keith, Lil Reese, Dirk. Yeah. What the white girl said. That's he had to sell his soul. I'm gonna say he had to sell his soul for that. His song that got the most one of the songs that got the most traction. Cause that one song. It's a real nigga party, can you just get in? Loves it up the gym, nothing up the hand. That song was his. That was his, bro. I would have performed that song every day. Birthday parties, bar mitzvahs. I've been on the chitlin circuit. I've been in the club. If you ain't in the party, you don't get in. Go and get your friends. Go and fuck your twin. Or whatever the fuck he said. I would have performed that song. I would have been performing that song now still. I've been in Jamaica performing it. I've been in Cuba singing in Spanish. I don't know how to speak Spanish, I'm sorry. I know how to speak very little. And it sounds very racist. So I'm not even going to play with the Spaniards like that. I know how y'all niggas be. Y'all will be at Home Depot, 100 deep, but just leave y'all alone. Let me get back to the video, y'all. Y'all get what I'm saying.
Of course, by O-Block superstar Chief Keef, who had blown up and become a mainstream fan favorite amongst hip-hop fans after his legendary run in 2012. So, wanting to get a piece of the action upon...
With all these people that you're naming, okay, look at everybody y'all named, right? Look at everybody y'all naming. They still had to go against Dirk, Reese, Fredo Santana, my little brother. They had to go against Lil Dirk, Reese. Not even the Gino Marleys and all the I ain't even counting those fucking guys. I'm just counting about the niggas y'all. The LAs. Yeah, LA. Now put those guys head to head, and tell me that them other niggas had a fucking chance. I rest my case.
His release, Lil Mark would immediately throw himself back into his music career with renewed purpose, releasing his song Ballin' Like Fats in March 2013, a tribute to his friend Fathead, the beloved 14-year-old 051 member killed in June 2012 while Mark was in prison. The track also featured none other than 051 Lil Mick, who was seemingly attempting to start his own rap career too before allegedly taking away the career and life of L.A. Capone. Mick's raps would focus on helping the Chicago police build their 051 gang matrix by shouting out several members of the set, whilst also specifying the illegal activities that these members be specializing in. And of course, also dissing numerous dead ops like Shaq and Trix from 600 and Quint from THF, all names heavily rumored to have been victims of 051 members. Just over a week later, Lil Mark and 051 Mills would release their collab track, a remix of P. Rico and Lil Mister's drill classic No Lackin'. Mark and Mills would once again go, particularly after THF's allies like Lil Durk from Lamron and E-Day from 600, warning them to stop lacking, while also throwing a diss towards THF for good measure. The dissing would continue in September 2013 on Hang With Me, a remix of Lil J's original song, where Mark would continue his disrespect towards THF by using the name of Bezu's brother Gudda to describe the act of wifing up women who are promiscuous. An act that is apparently frowned upon in Chicago. Brother Gudda.
Niggas wiping thoughts. Man, that shit is just so good. Why is I don't get why? What does that even mean? All you saying is dead. Wow. We was saying that for other niggas too. Like, yo, that shit is such and such. That mean, well, that shit dead. Like, boy, that shit. I ain't gonna say their names, but like, boy, that shit. You know, we be saying shit like that. That mean that shit dead. Okay, I get it.
To describe the act of
wifing girls is. What is that? Wifing girls is promiscuous.
Up women who are promiscuous. An act that is apparently frowned upon in Chicago, as one genius annotator would elegantly describe. This period of productivity established Lil Mark as a significant voice in Chicago drill, particularly as he would focus on dissing many of the most famous rappers and sets in the drill culture. But as we know at this point, it also occurred against a backdrop of real, escalating violence in the streets, with Lil Mick proceeding to allegedly shoot and kill L.A. Capone the very same month as Mark dropped his Hang With Me remix. And coming into 2014, tensions had reached a boiling point. Amid this volatile atmosphere, on March the 25th, 2014, Lil Mark released what would become his most famous and ultimately final song, No Com.
Bro, you gotta remember, he don't fucking know, bro. And P. Rico is definitely... That was definitely what it was, bro. Can't read that right now. The big thing you sent, no did it. Thanks. I gotta read that. I'm done.
Petition.
I want to read it so bad, but I can't.
Track was once again a remix, this time of Lil Durk and Lil Reese's 2013 song Competition, which is itself a diss against their ops. But Mark would take the concept.
Bro, you gotta remember, Trump Law Ross is from Europe, bro. He doesn't know who made Hang With Me first. Unless you want to hang with me, she want to hang with me. He don't know that, gang. Bro, the funny part, he probably don't even know who P. Rico is, gang. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Of dissing your ops on track to a new level on this song, as Mark would begin his verse by naming and mocking more than 11 deceased rival gang members, including L.A. Capone, Baldy, Trix, Lil Steve and D-Thang from 600, Lil Mo and Lil Rob from Lamron, Tasky from D-Town, aka Tay-Town, as well as O.D. Perry, J Money, and even an innocent woman named Keita who died of an...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. These are my niggas, gang. Well, not these niggas. Don't know him. Barely knew him. Barely knew him. That's my cousin, baby mama's cousin. Like.
Steve and D-Thang from 600, Lil Mo and Lil Rob from...
Lil Mo, my boy. This was my dog. That was my boy.
Lamron, Tasky from D-Town, aka Tay-Town, as well as O.D. Perry, J Money.
That's my motherfucking boy. This my motherfucking dog. R.I.P. to Keita too, though.
And even an innocent woman named Keita who died of an asthma attack, all from O-Block. He would also point to THF 46, rapping how his guys were doing drills and you can ask 46 what happened, a reference to all the people that 051 had so far allegedly killed from 46, including of course the 2011 killing of Tony McCoy, where Mark himself had allegedly been the trigger man. Even by today's standards, the track is recognized as one of the most disrespectful...
This is the most police shit ever, like... This is the... It got me one of the... This is so disrespectful. Like, like, why are you so policed out, gang? Like, you from Europe, nigga. Go do some European shit.
Songs.
Go live in... Go jump on a dragon or something. Go eat a dragon dick or
in drill history, and the release of No Competition
Nigga,
placed an
dragging
enormous
dildo
target
with
on
your
Lil
ass
Mark's
up.
back. On the very day the song dropped,
This is
THF
shit
Dre
both,
Money
nigga.
made a tweet signaling that members of THF 46 were already on the move, saying that another THF member had told them to slide and that he was going to let the extended clip hit them, and that THF had a squad full of killers. The following day, one THF member would even post a picture from 051's hood, saying how nobody was outside, even though they were claiming to be. But of course, THF wasn't alone. They were part of an enormous coalition, now together with numerous other sets like 600, O-Block, NLMB, Lamron, and Folly Boys, and Mark had just made himself the #1 target for all of them. Just 24 hours after the song's release, the online threats materialized into real-life violence. On the following day, after the song came out, Lil Mark was allegedly spotted by rivals and shot at, though he managed to escape unharmed. The suspected shooter was THF Twiller, who immediately took to Twitter to mock the look on Lil Mark's face, followed by emojis implying that Mark had run away scared, like he'd seen a ghost, even tweeting that Lil Mark had probably soiled himself when he saw him before running away. Even King Von shouted out the event later on Twitter using emojis that implied Twiller had been doing a lot of shooting, clearly proud of his friend. In the hours following the failed attempt, the hunt intensified, as O-Block's main shooters King Von and T-Roy now actively tried to link up with 600's main scorer D-Rose, tweeting their intentions to meet. The following day, Von reached out to THF Twiller to link up too, and a few minutes later, Von was already in THF's hood. Then, around midnight on March the 28th, King Von was hitting up D-Rose again, who had gotten himself locked up on the 26th, but was now back in the streets, joking back in a reply saying that the reason he was arrested was because the police hated to see him sliding with Von, T-Roy, and others. They, however, were not alone, as the social media timeline showcased a widespread coordinated hunt with THF J-Dog tweeting the previous day about his love for his team because they put the whole squad on the court with no bench players, perhaps implying that the whole set had been mobilized for the hunt for Lil Mark. THF Dre Money tweeted about being up, vamping, and turning up in the early morning hours of the 28th, and that he was really ready to shoot his ops down. THFG Baby also announced that he was going to pop back out on the morning of the 28th, and so did THF Dre Money. At 11:40 AM, THF Trouble would tag Twiller and mention that he was at home, but
Bro, why are you reading all these niggas' tweets? It has nothing to... If you're trying to solve a murder, just say that, bro. If you're trying to solve a murder, just say that. What the fuck is this? Bro, in all honesty, what the fuck? Niggas is not doing this type of shit. Hmm? For what? That's some great kid. What are you talking about?
his guys were about to come and get him, as well as asking if Twiller was ready to turn up, before simply tweeting that it was Showtime, which perhaps had a double meaning, as Twiller was also known as Showtime Twiller on Facebook, a name whose origin we can only guess, but it was likely implying that Twiller was ready to perform when it mattered, and if trouble hadn't been clear enough, he would make one more tweet saying how it was time to turn up, and that the whole squad was coming. I just want to take a second to appreciate just how crazy this is. I'm not condoning the actions taken by these gang members. Murder is wrong, and we've got to address the systemic reasons that guys growing up in these areas get sucked into the cycle of gang violence. And I say this in no way to glorify the people involved, but knowing what we know now, for you to be in the streets, knowing that King Von, T-Roy, D-Rose, and the whole of THF are outside looking for you in Chicago, that is a scary sight. And it just goes to show you how much these guys hated Lil Mark, because they really got everybody off the bench and in the streets looking for this guy. At 12:18 PM, THF J-Dog would tweet how some 46K diss was nothing to him, perhaps referring to Mark's song, before saying that if you're lacking like T Streets, THF was going to fill you up with bullets, before also tweeting how his friends were out lurking, warning his ops to not get killed while looking for some clout, which seems to be a direct threat towards Lil Mark and his recent song. Then, almost exactly 1 hour later, at approximately 1:27 p.m, Lil Mark was in front of a bus stop at 415 East 51st Street, a location that CPD had a surveillance camera on. This would capture Lil Mark's last moments, together with several witnesses, when suddenly a shooter armed with a handgun, equipped with an extended clip, would jump out of a vehicle firing towards Mark and hitting him multiple times, before jumping back into the vehicle, which was a silver minivan. Lil Mark was pronounced dead at the scene at just 19 years old, merely 3 days before what would have been his 20th birthday, with images of the surveillance camera that captured the shooting later being posted online, painting a grim scene that showed Mark's lifeless body laying on the ground in front of the bus stop, where all of the glass walls had shattered as a result of the shooting. But despite the brazen nature of the shooting in broad daylight, Lil Mark's killer was never officially identified or apprehended, and even years later, the case is still considered ongoing, with the Chicago police refusing to release any of their investigative files to the public. However, on social media, many of Mark's ops, the very people who had seemingly been out hunting for him right before his death, will begin pointing fingers directly at themselves. A video was posted on social media allegedly showing a group including THF Twiller, King Von, T. Roy, and D. Rose riding past the crime scene immediately after the murder.
Hey, it's a took off 51st. Damn, body down. I was not going to
Body down, 51st. Gang.
The news of Lil Mark's murder would travel quickly, and less than an hour later, a female THF affiliate would tweet how she'd heard a rumor of someone from 051 dying. A few minutes later, T. Roy would also tweet saying how he had heard how someone had died on 51st, likely referring to the number of the street, while asking who was it, but from his reaction, 5 laughing emojis, a gas emoji, a blue A emoji, and an NG emoji, spelling gang, it was clear that T. Roy very well knew who the person was. King Von would continue tweeting Die Y, shorthand for Die Young Money, and Twiller would make the most direct reference, tweeting how he was already smoking on the Lil Mark pack. D. Rose would also join the party later that night, tweeting how he too was sparking up the new op pack. But as mentioned before, those weren't necessarily the only people who were out sliding that day. Just days before, THF Gino had tweeted to THF Rome about having a van at his place, the exact type of car used in the murder. And crucially, Mooma from the Folly Boys had been the first to seemingly reference the shooting on social media, tweeting out gun, smoke, and laughing emojis at 1:54 p.m, less than 30 minutes after the shooting. Only a few minutes later, THF Bob O confirmed who was shot by posting Lil Mark's name with a shocked face emoji, followed by an incredibly incriminating tweet telling his followers to check the stats and hashtagging THF. Then, not long after, THF Dre Money tagged an 051 affiliate and told them to check on your homie. In another insanely incriminating tweet, THF J-Dog would allude to having gotten a call that the ops were on 51st Street and that he gave the approval for the kill, while Bob O would seemingly allude to part of the motive for the shooting.
Niggas just did anything on Twitter around this time, bro. Niggas did anything and everything, gang. Niggas said anything. Some shit was real, some shit wasn't. Some shit just, it was niggas that never did shit. It was on Twitter talking crazy. Like, this was definitely a time to be alive. Me personally, I didn't get on Twitter unless something dropped. If I was on Twitter, I was on there talking about some dead niggas.
Shooting being Lil Mark's song, telling his followers that Lil Mark had no business standing on a bus stop after making a disrespectful track like No Competition. Now, it's of course not clear exactly who was behind the murder simply based on the tweets, but what seems clear, Lil Mark's death was likely the result of a days-long physical and digital...
Hold on, bro. Everybody, it was looking for anybody. Hold on, I'm finna turn my fucking air off and put a sweater on or something, because I'm fucking freezing. Balls off, hold on. Okay. I had to get right. Let's get back to it. Shout out to my nigga Cavo, the first super chat cash out today. Gang, gang, gang. Shout out to my dog, man. He said for support, man. I love you, bro. Thank you for the support, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I really need that, gang. Hey, y'all, everybody else, donate, bro. This is a long-ass video. Show some fucking love. Show some support. I appreciate everything. From peppermint money to backwood money to support money. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, gang. Let's get it busting. We back into it. Boss up on you niggas.
Digital manhunt conducted by a coordinated coalition of allied gangs. The highly suspect tweets would continue the following day with one of the most self-incriminating.
Why he be trying to, bro? I feel like every video he do, he wants a Rico. For you to be a motherfucker from out the country, why do you want to get Americans locked up, gang?
Meeting of the bunch coming from D Rose would make a diabolical tweet saying that he's going in no problem and that you don't even have to ask who shot him. The slaying of 051 Lil Mark was followed up by one of the most infamous diss songs in drill history, when about 4 months later the rapper THF-TP would drop the song Bus Stop, announcing it via social media with a clear message dissing both Lil Mark and his alleged brother Tuka from the STL set, who had also been killed at a bus stop a few years earlier in 2011. This would start a trend of 051's ops making videos and taking photos at the very same bus stop where Lil Mark was killed at, which even Lil Durk would participate in a now famous video clip where he calls this bus stop a very famous place.
Bus stop, man. Hey, this bus stop right here though. This is a real famous place. You hear me? This is a real famous place, B. Hey, this bus stop, this is a real famous place, B. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Free my team. God fucking rockin', man.
It's fucked up because I used to take the bus right there. I used to take the same bus, gang.
THF Twiller would also take a photo at the exact same spot, which is a particularly wild thing to do considering he had allegedly shot at Lil Mark days before the shooting and was seemingly also out sliding the day that Lil Mark got killed. Lil Mark's death was a huge loss to 051 Young Money, just like LA Capone's death had been for 600 and their affiliates. And while Mark hadn't yet done enough in the rap game, just like LA Capone's death had been for 600 and their
Oh shit, Shark was there. I never knew Shark was there. Hey, he was just a fly on the wall. I'm just looking at, like what happened to 600?
affiliate.
Like, really, what really happened to 600?
And while Mark hadn't yet done enough in the rap game to be considered a similar potential superstar like LA Capone was, he definitely possessed the most charisma on the mic out of all of the 051 rappers at the time, who would have at the time been their most likely ticket to making it out of the streets and into the rap game like Chief Keef did. Still, it seems that there wouldn't be an immediate get back for Mark. To the contrary, a few months later in June, 051 would end up losing another member called Polo, allegedly killed by...
I promise you, I swear to God, I don't want him ever speaking on me, gang. I hope he really does not know who I am. And I want to keep it that way. This nigga is digging up all types of skeletons, nigga. Shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He's just...
a member of 600 called Lil Boo, but then in September, THF-46 would experience another loss, but this time the alleged culprits were not from 051, but from an affiliated gang known as 757. The 2014 murder of THF Fahim serves as a stark example of how complicated and often fatal the confusing gang alliances of Chicago tend to be. Fahim was a member of THF.
Hold on, so it's a Fahim and a Raheem? I thought it's the same nigga. Yes, they're two different people.
And often fatal, the confusing gang alliances of Chicago tend to be. Fahim was a member of THF, but maintained a long-standing, cordial relationship with certain members of the 757 Alliance, a deadly coalition primarily made up of gangster disciples from 3 sets, including Rock Nation, aka Sunnyside, or Dolt Gang from the northern side of the Dearborn Homes public housing projects on the 27th and State Street, Lawless from the Lawless Gardens apartments on 35th and Rhodes, and the Ave located around 37th and Indiana, with the name 757 being a combination of the last number of each street, 27, 35, and 37. The 757 would maintain a strong alliance with 051 Young Money for years, and particularly after the murder of 051's main killer, Melly, in 2019, when 051 and other factions would come together under the name Mellyway, but more recent tensions have suggested an internal beef.
It seemed like the whole hood was shook when y'all found out about the Mellyway stuff.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, gang. Don't look, this our interview, this Sunnyside interview. Don't be questioning me about no Young Money, TTB, Geo Drive, none of that. You know what I'm saying? This I on move.
Meanwhile, in 2013,
what that mean? I thought, what that mean? I knew Young Money and 757 had words or whatever for a minute. My baby mama said to me. No, you won't. And for two, I don't even know if I want you to do that. I don't think you do that. We'll talk though, okay? You hear me?
the relationship between THF and 757 had little to no direct conflict, and THF Fahim's friendship with individuals like 757 Ghadar was well documented on social media. However, the landscape began to shift as the war deepened and alliances became stronger. With one particular problem in the friendship, landscape began to
If you're not bullying or touch money or 5-1 or Stony Spot or 757, you not. Yeah. Who the fuck is saying that? Bula Gang, who the fuck is that? Touch Money, who the fuck is that? Them, you know, them niggas wasn't on shit. Sewell, Stony Spot, 757, what? Booney Burr Rock Gang. Bro, it's just funny how niggas align they self up, big dog. Bro, when I say it was a lot of hoods, there's a lot of hoods right now ain't on shit, right? But it was a lot of hoods back then that wasn't on shit either. Even back then, it was a lot of hoods that wasn't on a crummy crumb. They wasn't on shit.com, gang. I promise you they wasn't, gang. So to sit back and watch this shit, I be looking like, who the fuck is y'all niggas, gang? This shit right here this shit is a
shift as the
bad me. Hit that super chat, that cash app, let's get it. This
war
shit right
deepened
here,
and alliances became stronger, with one particular problem in the friendship seemingly being THF's increasingly close relationship with Lil Durk's OTF. Eventually, sides were chosen and tensions flared. Fahim himself tried to be a voice of reason, publicly reminding both sides of their decades-long friendships, but things began to escalate as THF became close again with a set known as OBN, a direct rival of 757, who they had been cool with in the past, but then had a chef. The rise of in the prosecution, lifting the rap scene of Keef from the and their main members. Let's take a look at what came next.
Fuck? How the fuck I get way back there? Hold the fuck on, bro. I pressed one button on accident, and it took me back fucking decades.
This all placed Fahim in a difficult respect towards 14. December feud fell in up the relation in the park, closely reminding both sides of their decades-long friendships. But Fahim himself tried to be of Lil Durk's OTF.
Why you nigga be trying to squash babes? Don't be getting in niggas' way, nigga. Bro, all that peacemaker shit get you killed. Niggas will pick a side for you. I pray to God on none of the gas from the six get hurt every day I love. Hold up, BD 46600 TYV 01300. What the fuck is going on?
Eventually,
what the fuck is going on? No boys there to pick the side for you, slime.
Sides were chosen and tensions flared.
They
Fahim himself tried to be a voice of reason, publicly reminding both sides of their decades-long friendships.
That niggas say let her be there, but you know, they'll think you niggas know.
But things began to escalate as THF became close again with a set known as OBN, a direct rival of 757, who they had been cool with in the past, but then had at least some kind of falling out with around 2013 before patching up the relationship in 2014. This all placed Fahim in a difficult position, and it seems he eventually fell in line with his set as the war kept escalating, engaging in the online disrespect that defined the feud. In one fateful move, he retweeted a post about smoking on a deceased 757 member named Cess from the app.
You were just dick sucking them. Now you smoking those Cess? Oh my God. Imagine him dick sucking. I'm talking about putting the whole dick down his throat. I'm talking letting 757 nut all on his face, right? And then he gonna say smoking on cess.
A simple retweet had made him a target for murder, because for the AV, Cess was perhaps their most beloved fallen member, meaning that this was also major disrespect towards the entire 757 alliance. Then, less than a month later, on September the 13th, 2014, Fahim was ambushed while walking in the Bronzeville neighborhood, and he was shot and killed on the front porch of a house after attempting to flee. 757 members, including his former friend Gutter, immediately claimed responsibility, citing the tweet about Cess as the final straw, and they framed his death as the repercussions for flipping sides. According to 757 Gutter, Fahim didn't stick to the rules, while online rumors and tweets from 757 members heavily implicated a well-known shooter named Rono in the killing. The tragedy of Fahim's death was compounded by a painful irony, as old tweets later resurfaced of Fahim's friend and fellow THF member arguing with Fahim about him claiming to be
Miosha's husband. It's no way you claiming Miosha out loud. That bitch been a hoe. Miosha husband? Oh, you fucking clown.
THF in 2013. The same friend would tweet after Fahim's death that Fahim was their friend, but he wasn't.
Bro, I got one bitch I called my wife, dude, and it took, what? It took so much. Miosha's husband? You put that on Twitter, my nigga? Ooh, you a goofy. Boy, hey. Boy, y'all lucky Twitter wasn't what Twitter is now. Boy, I don't even want to say how many dicks we watched.
Officially a THF 46 member, this yet being another occasion when THF would seemingly deny membership of their dead friend, the silent implication perhaps being that at least for some THF members, you were only an official member if you really put in work in the streets and slid on the ops. However, this certainly didn't mean that Fahim wasn't loved by some in THF 46, with even this same friend making numerous posts paying tribute to him and confirming that he was going to get back for him, and even calling THF with the nickname Fahim Gang. Meanwhile, 757 would take this as a chance to further troll THF, with one member tweeting THF to stop disowning Fahim and saying that he died for nothing, while also asking one THF member why his friends are disowning one of their own. Fahim's death was a tragic example of the consequences of this ever-escalating gang war on the south side, where old friends were in.
He died like a fucking goofy. He died dick sucking them niggas, and then you want to pick a side after you already dick suck. They know you. Bro, the thing about beefing with niggas you know, and this is why I love beefing with niggas I know, and this is why I don't even think I hated it. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about beefing with niggas I know. Chat, lock in with the Pepman money on the game, boy. Y'all better, man. I'm gonna sick the white girl on you, boy. I'm gonna tap her chest. She gonna show some love, y'all. Bro, you see what I'm saying, gang? Niggas be pick. One thing about picking, like I know you know, folks. You know this. G, one thing about beefing with your friends is I know you be. I know which clothes you wear. I know who jacket you be wearing, cause niggas be switching clothes and shit. Niggas be trading hoodies and shit. I know where you post at. Surprise! That's the whole party. Now the thing is, I have never been the type to click up with niggas. The only niggas I even say I would, like, I don't click up. It's what these young niggas call it, blood ties, right? And that's Rock Island. I mean, that's Rock Island. Jesus, what in the ops? That's not Rock Island. It's Red City. I'm thinking of ops. I said ops and I said Rock Island. It's Red City and Foster Park, right? Honorable mention to Dro City, right? That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Now, I know some people are like, what about the pocket? Well, that wasn't really a click up. 80th clicked up with them. And we see what happened with 80th. Yeah, Pocket Town gave them that belt. Big belt. Hermes belt. Louis belt. What? BB Simone belt. Now us, did I click up with them? Nope. I went to school in Leicester. I knew them niggas. I see for them. I shake hands with them. What y'all for? What y'all less? I ain't no shit. We go to the crib. We go to the crib. Out here. We out here with our folks. What up, G? I shake hands. I get the fuck on. I went to school with folks. See what I'm saying? Me and Lilith went to school together. We in school. What y'all folk? Shit, we in here. Fuck the hooks. That fire. Yeah, fuck the hooks. Fuck the hooks. Yeah, we on the hooks. We on the hooks. We beat niggas up at school. We go home. Georgetown. I see photo. What y'all folk? Hey, folk. Hey, G, what y'all folk? GD folk. Yeah, fuck the hooks, folk. Yeah, huh? See, we in school. When I see niggas outside of school, what up, folk? What up? You get what the fuck going on? Boys Town face real. Now that's when it gets tricky. Well, that's when it gets tricky. Cause before, it really that relationship goes to what my uncle and them do. Cause I never really had beef with them, but I have shot a whole lot of them. But that's not my fault. See, cause my uncle and them, they used to get into it with Boys Town. They knew Boys Town, Central City niggas. I didn't too much know them. But my uncle and them would get into it with them. They'd shoot them, they'd shoot at them, they'd get shot. And then my uncle would come get me. And my uncle come and say, hey, shorty, what you on? I say, nothing, we out here. You want to slide with me? Yes. I hop in the car, put the gun in my hand. Where we at? Oh, fuck Boys Town. We from right on Boys Town. Yeah? I don't know these niggas. I'm a fucking kid. I'm a fucking kid that just like to shoot at people. Hey, go shoot everybody outside that store. Okay. That's what I do. Every time we slide through Boys Town. But when I see fool them, we at the mall. My baby mama sent me something. I'll look at that later. When we at the mall, what y'all folk? What y'all folk? GD folk? What? What the fuck my man do? What? What's this? What's this? I'm so lost. What is this? What? Huh? Who is this? I don't know what this is. I'm so lost. Hold on, y'all. Hey, boy, y'all better be cool, boy. Hey, the sniper just got me scared. I'm scared for y'all niggas. The sniper just told me something. I ain't know what happened. Sniper just said something. I ain't know what was going. I tried to make calls for y'all, boy. Shit. Hey, the sniper just said, hey, Miss Espy herself, she just sent in the femball, boy. She said, I love you. Chat, send some peppermint money before she blinked that bitch down. She said, send that, I love you too, Miss Espy. She said, send some peppermint money before she blow this bitch to Afghanistan. That's what she said. Hey, I tried to make some calls for y'all. I tried to get in touch with her. She said she ain't talking to niggas. She said she cut though. She ain't rocking with that GVL shit, nigga. She went full-blown renegade. Nigga, she got her shit broke to the right, throwing up the 5, nigga. She picked our side, nigga. She said that GVL shit over with. She said that GVL shit over with, dog. She don't know how y'all coming, gang. I tried to. I know y'all heard me just trying to get in touch with her. Don't blink the bitch down. Don't blink it down, gang. No, don't blink it. She was sending me the voicemail. She said, Lowski, I ain't talking. She said, hot boy, I ain't talking to niggas. I ain't know why. Why you ain't talking to niggas? I don't know why. But if y'all don't hit them likes or send some peppermint money in, she gonna blow this bitch down and I can't stop her. Y'all know when white girl get the clutching on her arm, I can't do nothing with it. I can't tell her what to do, boy. I'm the chief, boy, but niggas ain't going by the rules no more, boy. Niggas ain't going by the rules. He said, you was 78? Yeah, I was 78. Am I from No Limit? No, I'm not from No Limit. Hey, you see that? Shout out to my nigga Armando Ropaz. He's safe. She just, all right. She just threw up the 5, boy. She said, all right, shorty. She said, Armando safe, boy. Niggas better hit that super chat, that cash up, do whatever's good for y'all, boy. I'm trying to save niggas. Boy. When white girl get the clutching on her arm, I can't stop. What I'm gonna tell her? I can't say nothing. But yeah. But that's how shit was, folks. We shake hands with fooling them. You know, but when we in Forest City and shit, now we lock it in. Now we all the guys. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know me, I'm snaked out. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be hanging with them niggas but loosely. They on some GD shit. I'm on some Killer War shit. They like, oh yeah, GDs, we all the folks in here. I'm looking at it, bitch like, no, he not. I'm like, we Killer War. I'm like, Pound Town in here. I'm like, the PTGs, we up in here. I ain't thinking about nobody else. He's like, she gonna blick an innocent broke nigga, that's crazy. Hey, I ain't got no say so. Yeah, boy, broke niggas get it too. No daddy. What you want me to say? Yeah, you got Mars, I can't blink you. But here, if you ain't got $1, you ain't safe. Niggas ain't safe, man. Hey, man, she the evil twin. Evil twin. What you want me to say, nigga?
Ending up on opposite sides of the war, as alliances were increasingly formed to have the upper hand. In this war, it's easy to see in hindsight that there were likely no more valuable an ally in Chicago than Lil.
Hold the fuck on. I know I was in the middle of a rant, but you said, ain't you No Limit? Nigga, what? Hold on, brother. Let me get a little comfortable. Let me do this myself. I'm one of the original cutthroats. Hello, how you doing? I'm one of the original cutthroats. I even invented the fucking handshake. I always gotta say that. I'm one of the originals. I'm the one that gave it the name. You know what I'm saying? Who was Pound Town Gangsters before. Then, when he came up to me and my niggas, we transformed, no Diddy, to Cutthroat. Londre and Devon, you may know him as KTS Vaughn or KTS Dre. We from the same neighborhood. They grew up on 78th and Marshfield. I grew up on 78th and Paulina. They took that to Lakeside. Niggas started claiming that in Lakeside, right? That's a Killer War. That's a Killer War clique. KTS, STK, yeah. We the same but different hoods, right? Okay? 76 in Maryland, Cottage Grove, that's my cousin Dion and them shit. My cousin Dion. My cousin Corey. RP my cousin Corey. RP my cousin Sean. We got blood ties. That's how that shit got there. Plus, they daddy from over there. RP Big Vinny, too. See what I'm saying? So, like, Nah, I'm not. I'm not no limit gang. I'm not no limit gang. I'm from the other side. I'm a Killer War cut though, the original. I'm the one that gave it the name. Between me, Swag, Reese, we invented the name. Nice to meet you though, brother. I'm not a no limb. I'm a cutthroat.
Dirk and his OTF crew, who were making major money from the music industry, but unlike someone like Chief Keef, who took his best friend.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, hit that super chat, hit that cash app, boy. Cause even the white girls hit the cash app, boy. Y'all better do your research on white girls hitting cash apps. All right. I'm trying to tell you, I can't say too much, but she'll blow this bitch down, gang. I can't help y'all.
With him and got the hell out of Chicago when he became rich. Dirk stayed allegedly very close to his neighborhood and was possibly putting that rap industry money to work so he could get the upper hand in the gang war. Unfortunately, that would also make people close to Dirk huge targets in the streets, and that's where 051 would allegedly strike next. As THF Bezu later admitted while speaking to Young Money's top shooter, 051 Melly on Instagram.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If the Rico wasn't coming, it's coming, gang. Let me see, bro. Cause I can see where this is going. Let me start it. Let me get me some food, man. Get your hands in your fucking mouth. I don't give a fuck. Hey, what? I got 773. Okay, that's Chicago. I'm so Chicago, boy. I got 773 on my. When I was going to my cash app, I already had 773 right there, nigga. That's how much Chicago nigga I am. Do your research on that. You get my car locked, nigga? Oh my god. My car was open the whole time? Oh man, they probably Netflix probably tore my ass off, man. I knew I was missing some money, man. Yeah, Netflix stuck their finger all in my ass. No Diddy. No Diddy. I knew they did. Ooh, they took it slow too. They took it slow. Yeah, oh my god. I should show you this white girl. What the fuck have you done? I put the word DOO. And if I show you the pictures that pop up, hold on, white girl. What up, bud?
Can I have some dinner?
You want some dinner?
Yeah.
Do you just eat like 2 sandwiches, little knucklehead?
Yeah, but I want to eat some dino nuggets.
Some dino nuggets?
Yeah.
You my mans, I got you. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
What? Yes, it did. Hold on a second. Yes, it did. Hey, y'all gotta give me like 2 seconds, gang. I gotta, hey boy, you know what I'm saying? I can't, you know? I gotta make sure my son's straight. Give me 2 seconds. I'm finna put him some nuggets on. I'll be right back. Hey, hit that super chat and hit that cash up. Cause I promise you, when I come back, gang, if niggas don't say, if I don't see nothing, white girl gonna go on a spree. Now, I don't know who, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who didn't like or who didn't. But I said it. GD, what you want me to say? I can't help niggas. I'll be right back if we want some nuggets on. Give me like 2 minutes, literally. I'll be right back. Alright, gang. Okay, I'm back. I had to get right, man. I had to get right. You know what I'm saying? I had to get right, you know what I'm saying? I had to pay them shooters. You know, shit fucked up. Hey, shout out to my nigga Armando Lopez. Alright, bro, he's safe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy MTB Mello. What up, gang? He said, I'm just showing love, my boy. Come on, gang. Real nigga. Inglewood, Auburn, Gresham, 100. It's the real South Side. You already know that. You already know that, man. Shout out to Phone Up, man. These niggas say, man. Y'all know my family. Y'all know what's going on. Goddamn, Julie, for real?
Yeah.
Just throw my shit on. Man. I ain't gonna lie. White girl, blick that bitch. Y'all safe though. And, you know, she got to clap the crowd up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in that bitch playing crazy. Niggas in that bitch playing the fuck out of crazy. White girl had to come find the crowd up. All right, everybody good? All right, let's get back to this shit.
The years 2015 and 2016 marked a period when their main rivals, 051, and their closest allies went on the offensive, inflicting devastating losses that really hurt their gang.
15 and 16, bro, is where y'all went up.
That's when it was really cracking. They weren't really.
That's when it hurt.
One of the most significant blows occurred in early 2015. OTF Chino was a close friend of Lil Durk's older brother and Durk's manager during his early years in the music industry, but he was also a well-respected and beloved member of THF 46. In the early hours of the 27th of March, 2015, Chino was driving with a female passenger when she asked him to stop at a Stony sub-restaurant in the Avalon Park neighborhood, a location notably outside of any known enemy gang territory. The woman entered the restaurant while Chino...
I ain't gonna lie, boy. If Chicago...
Chino was driving with a female passenger when she asked him to stop at a Stony sub-restaurant in the Avalon Park neighborhood, a location...
If our shit don't look like Crayola, bro, our shit is so gang infested.
My dino nuggets are done.
Go get them then, sucker. Bro, if our shit don't look... Go ahead, get you some water, man. Bro, if our shit is so gang infested... And the funny part, don't get it twisted. This shit is outdated. Like, every hood is something. If you just see, it's no gang here because it's white there. Now, that just mean they hood ain't on shit. But I guarantee you, if you go over there, it's some niggas over there and that's a hood. What name is in the block, I may not know. But I guarantee you they know.
Notably outside of any known enemy gang territory, the woman entered the restaurant while Chino stayed in the car. And moments later,
Bag dough! Boy, hey, look, boy, I do go in to get the food sometime. But then again, my bitch may go get the food because I'm not gonna sit in the car. So either we pull up, we strategic. I go get it, you go do that. White girl on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey! I go one way, she go the other way. I'm clutching, I'm walking around that bitch clucking. She go get the food. She them there dropping drinks. Oh, God, I'm gonna drop the fucking drinks. I'm sorry, open the door. I'm sorry, get in the fucking car, white girl. My bad. I'm out of here. That's how we do shit. She was like, oh my God, everybody was fucking looking at me. I probably thought you was a police, but don't worry. That means you're safe. Let's go.
Identified male walked up to Chino's vehicle
like my
without warning, fired multiple shots into the car, striking Chino in the head and chest before casually walking away. Chino was driven to a hospital where he was sadly pronounced dead. And in a cruel...
It looked like we was into it, but we really wasn't, gang. Like, me and Crump had zero beef. I don't know why he wanted to fake beef with me on the internet. I guess because they gave him more street cred. I never understood why he wanted to beef with me. Because he'd talk shit to me, and then we'd be on the phone like, hey, boy, you see how niggas be acting? Oh, yeah, them niggas really think we into it. Yeah, that's that. I might call you a bitch-ass nigga, but you ain't a bitch. You know you my mans. But I've been knowing Ronald a long time. See, Ronald is what we call him. Everybody else call him Crump. That's his last name. I call that nigga Ronald, gang. And me and Ronald had no beef. I knew Ronald a long time, bro. But on Twitter, it looked like we was beefing. But in reality, that nigga, he kind of staged that shit, gang. I've never been the nigga that wanted to fake beef with niggas. But he wanted to fake beef with me. I didn't know why he wanted to fake beef with me. But me and Crump had no beef. I'm not saying this because he got killed. Because I've never been a suspect. I've never been a suspect in his murder. Because we and him was definitely friends. Seriously. I'm not even saying this I'm not chasing it or nothing. We was actually cool, gang. So RP Crump. I always say RP Crump. I have no problem with Crump. we was actually cool, gang. Like, honestly. But on Twitter, I don't know why. I can't tell you why he was doing that.
Twist of irony, he had been participating in an
idea.
anti-violence event with Chicago's Bull star Joakim Noah earlier that same day. This is something that Dirk referenced on his track with G Herbo.
Why are you
Real,
sitting in the car
how he doesn't
deep
even try and
east?
stop the
Nigga!
violence anymore because
I have
Tino
no
died at
idea
a
why he
meeting.
did
The execution-style killing in a part of the city where nobody should have even known him pointed to a professional hit. An online speculation later swirled that it was the female passenger who had set him up.
I was
Fingers
lit
were
around
also
that time,
pointed
right?
towards THF's chief rivals 051 Young Money, what was seen as a strategic 2-for-1 hit on somebody who was a member of both OTF and THF. The digital bragging rights began almost instantly.
I ain't gonna lie, but one thing about it, I've never had a big head, G. It don't matter, and I'm pretty sure y'all niggas, y'all, like, you guys are witnesses, gang. It don't matter. In my biggest of time on YouTube, I've never little boyed anybody in this bitch. I still used to read the comments. I still used to like all the comments. I still responded. If niggas asked me for it, this the thing. No one never asked for a fucking follow back. If niggas ask me, this is why I always tell people, if you want to follow back, ask. I'm from the old school where you ask for a follow back. My baby mama hates that shit. She's like, you looking thirsty for these people. I'm like, she be like, you don't know who the fuck you are? I'm like, I'm just a regular nigga, right? But she hates when I ask people to follow back, so I try to not to do that no more. But like, if you want to follow back, ask. If you follow me and you fuck with me and you want me to follow you, I follow tons of the guys from the chats. I follow plenty of the guys who loyal followers, gang, who show love. I follow gang them. So if you like, hey, yo, man, it's such and such, you know what I'm saying, from YouTube, I've been fucking with you this long. Yo, follow me back. I always follow everybody back. I've never just little boyed anybody. Like, you pretty humble. Yeah, I try to stay humble, gang, because, like, this internet shit is not real. The internet can get cut off tomorrow. I tell my baby mama the same thing. The internet is not real. I use the internet for what it's made for. It's made to follow, I follow. If it's made to do this, to do that, I do that. I just play the internet for what it's for. I don't look at it no more, no less. That's just how I look at it. To some other people, like a lot of these little young niggas and shit, and a lot of these black bitches, you gotta call it what they is, they live on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't tend to live on the internet. Because I know once they cut this internet shit off, I'm back to real life and I'm back to realistic. So, I love you, mama. You hear me? So yeah. So now I don't tell people to follow me back no more. But if you want to tell me to follow back, I will follow you guys back. So honestly, is that something? Am I gonna get in trouble for clicking that? Huh? You sending me stuff? Am I gonna get in trouble for clicking it? You want me to watch it?
You already watched it.
It's for me? Let me see. Let me see. Asking permission to watch is crazy. What the fuck is this? This is. I didn't comment on that, did I? I'm sure I didn't. Did I? You've been on yeah, because you're looking at this. What? What is it? I don't. This shit popped across my shit like everybody else. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is this? Well, God, thank you. I'm not in no fucking comments. I'm definitely been fucked. Oh, I would have been fucked. Oh, I would have been fucked. I'm talking about beyond fucked.
051 Melly took to social media a few days later with ominous posts writing, "Rest up Lil Mark, I told you I had you, and I always keep my promises." The response from THF and their affiliates was also immediate, and they were suspecting 051, one of them tweeting the following day how they can't wait to slide on 51st and catch someone else slipping. The same member would also directly tag 051 Melly and his crew, warning them not to be outside, as well as claiming to be willing to do 100 years behind bars in order to avenge Chino. 051 were clearly over the moon that they had allegedly murdered such an important person from the other side, and the disrespect that followed was calculated and brutal. 051 affiliate Mubu Crump famously visited the very same sub and disrespectfully asked for a Chino burger.
I got that order for Nooski. Chino burger. Chino burger.
Who?
Yeah. Y'all got it?
Who?
That right?
A Chino burger.
Oh, thank you. Out here. What's up? Y'all with that OTLK shit? Oh, man.
Shit?
Hey, this motherfucker bogus as hell, man. Y'all, this ain't done, man. Y'all done put this back on the grill, man. This is disgusting, man. Get this shit together, man. For real, bogus as hell, man.
This taunt became a go-to reference aimed at memorializing the murder of Chino, and it would even be used by his suspected killer,
Chino.
051 Melly himself.
Yeah, Chino from 4-6. That was D thing, homie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When the motherfuckers sing you something that make you nervous, it's crazy. I said, I'm not gonna get a job looking at it. You already seen it. I'm like, bitch, I'm in trouble. God damn it, nigga, they fucked up already. What you mean I done seen it? I'm at least I'm happy it ain't bad, but yeah, it was fucked up.
Remember what you did?
I don't even want to click it twice. Yeah, you clicked it twice. You already seen it the first time. You clicked it again.
Just let me a piece.
Yeah, Chino Burger. That's what they said.
Despite immediate vows of retaliation from THF members, their promise to get back was seemingly delayed, leading to public frustration within their own ranks and questions on what was taking so long, which was followed by further taunting from their rivals. But before THF could plot their get back, they were about to endure a series of devastating losses. As mentioned, THF could plot.
I got a picture right now in that same shirt. Oh my god, I had that same shirt. I got that same shirt. Bro, oh, that shirt with some blue skinny jeans and some blue or black Chuck Taylors, nigga. Yeah, with a white Hollister shirt. Yeah, with probably a blue Hollister hat. Yeah, backwards. Yeah, cocked to the right. It's probably backwards. I had the same shirt. No, with that shirt, I had my blue Hollister with the HB on the front. It got HB for Hot Boy, right? It's like HB. I love that sweater, gang. I think I still got it on my mama, unless my mama sold me. I hope to God she didn't sell my shit. I know she had a fucking garage sale, dude. I know she sold. I told her don't sell my shit, and she was on some broke nigga shit. I know she sold my shit, but that HB sweater. That's Hot Boy for life. I need that sweater, gang. Navy blue, HB, that shirt, with some blue skinny legs, with some black Chuck Taylors, nigga. Boy, I tell you, boy, I thought I was a surfer dude, boy.
Their get back, they were about to endure a series of devastating losses. As mentioned, THF Raheem was literally born into THF 4-6, as he was the son of Walter Armstrong, aka Walt Killer, member of the 4-6 launch set that was perhaps the earliest precursor to THF 4-6, who was tragically shot and killed by a police officer back in 2005. Moreover, also mentioned, while THF's top rival 051 Young Money were closely allied with the STL set from 63rd in the Woodlawn neighborhood, Raheem was closely related to none other than STL's top rapper FBG Duck, and also in turn Duck's brother FBG Brick. There were even old family pictures of Raheem, Duck, and Brick all throwing up their respective gang signs as kids. To make things even more complicated, THF Bezu would get together with Raheem's mother at one point, and their bond grew strong enough for Zoo to start calling Raheem his son.
Who is THF
mother at one point?
Oh no. Where's his real daddy, gang? You grew up to love me. I'm just salty I will never protect you, son. You fuck a nigga mama? Now you say it's your... Where's his real daddy, folks? Where's your real... His daddy gotta be a light-skinned man. Where's your daddy, folks? You got matching pajamas with his mama? That bitch had 4 kids, so you know the pussy had to be something. This nigga got matching pajamas with the nigga mama. Where's it? Nah, bro, that's just... Folks, this to show you how shit go in the hood, y'all. If you not around, this is why I try to be in my kid's life. Well, I'm a fuck nigga and I'm a liar. I ain't gonna lie, because I have 1,000 kids and I don't even know some of the motherfuckers. So I'm just gonna say, this is why I'm around the kids that's little right now. Well, I lied then too. I got a lot of them little motherfuckers that's little too, and them motherfuckers ain't around. Well, this is why I'm for Junie and Brandy. Yeah, let's talk about some kids that I can be here for. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you don't raise these motherfuckers, another nigga gonna come and put dick in your bitch, nut in her pussy, and claim your baby. Do your research on niggas nutting in your baby mama, now they claiming your baby. Oh my God. A nigga's a nut in your baby mama pussy. Then claim the baby that's already there, nigga. So you better take care of that baby. You better be in that baby life. Cause it's niggas like certain people, I ain't gonna point no fingers at, but they will nut in your bitch and claim your baby, gang. And he's still with the girl. It's no way he's still fucking that nigga mama. That's his wife at this point. That's his fucking wife at this point. Do your research on niggas fucking your... I'm done. I'm done.
And their bond grew strong enough for Zoo to start calling Raheem his son.
So who is THF or Raheem? That's like your stepson?
Yeah, that's my stepson.
And that's with you still with his mom?
Yeah.
With a family that had such deep ties to two of the most infamous gangs in Chicago, pictures of Raheem...
Yeah, that was my stepson. Yeah. You still with his mama? Hell yeah, I'm still clapping that. That's my bitch, nigga. You got a problem, nigga?
Toting guns.
Where's her other baby daddy at, gang? She had 4 kids. Little folks died, so she had 3 now. She had 4 kids, gang. Where them other daddies at, son? Can we talk about what the daddies at, gang? Cause y'all niggas got Zoo, strong arm, and he eating all the fucking the chips. He in there drinking all the Kool-Aid. He in there fucking up all your baby mama food stamps, gang. Y'all niggas scared of that nigga?
And repping his set at a young age are easy to find, and it wouldn't be long until he was sliding against the ops, like 051 Young Money, as Bezu would later explain during his No Jumper interview.
Raheem was in the streets when he was young, when I was locked up. Like, he wasn't playing the streets that heavy when I was out here, you feel me? You know, when you a youth, get older, your father originally from right here, your stepfather from right here, you know what I'm saying?
And he from the same hood? Oh my God. It's no way. It's no way. His real daddy gotta be dead, gang. His real daddy gotta be dead. It ain't no way y'all niggas sharing. Well, niggas do it in the war too, though. Nigga have a baby by your bitch, then marry your baby mama. Do your research on the niggas marrying your bitch. You wanna know that? You wanna know why? I'm finna tell you what's so special. Cause I can marry my bitch. You wanna know why? Cause she mine. And that baby mine. You see what I'm saying? Do your research on niggas nutting your bitch and then claiming the baby, though. I ain't have to do that, because she already had my baby. But you see what I'm saying? But niggas will nut in your bitch. Wait, girl, you see what I'm saying? Niggas will nut in your bitch and then claim your baby. That's crazy, right? There's niggas out there really doing that. They just busting good nuts in niggas' baby mamas in their mouths and then turning them to their bitch. You see what I'm saying? This is scary, bro. This is scary. I hate that for y'all niggas. I'm scared, bro.
It was gonna be in him anyway, you know what I'm saying? Sad that he gone, you know what I'm saying? It hurted me more because it's like, I caught a lot of backlash from that. He wanted to be like me, but how he wanted to be like me and his father from here? You feel me?
THF Dre Money also made regular posts shouting THF Raheem out alongside other THF youngsters as shooters, tweeting that he doesn't
Hey, hit that switch, hit the cash up, let's get it! Y'all can always see reactions in, man, you know what I mean?
Muscle because his shooters got...
I mean, we'll wait till after the shit's over to do him, no Diddy, but at least we have a show lined up, though. Get your fingers in his fucking mouth.
Him, while videos would show a 14-year-old Raheem not only sliding on his ops with a gun, but driving a vehicle without a license. On May the 15th, 2015, at around 1:55 p.m., 051 members were hanging on a porch near the 60th and LaSalle streets when a shootout would take place. Somebody would get hit in the right shoulder and another one in the head and leg, while a third man would reportedly be grazed in his leg too. A photo captured by the news featured 051 Ario.
I said... What? Who the fuck said that? I don't know nothing about that. I'm talking about this. I didn't see that. I said this. I said, tell her if the little girl say something funny again, say that's why your daddy sit back and watch your mama get pounded. That's what I said. Oh yeah, that's what I said. What? White stepkids? Nigga, I wasn't there. Nigga, do you know what I'd do to a little white kid, a white little step kid? I'd send that kid off for failure. I'd say, hey, little nigga, go to school and call every black people the N-word. I'm talking, walk up, say, what's up, my... That's what I tell a little white kid to do. Nah. That kid came on my ball sack. That little kid is a mulatto baby. Yeah, that's a mulatto. That motherfucker look like her mama with a dash of chocolate. Because I nutted in her. That's why. So, yeah. Nah. I would never claim a white baby. How the fuck can I say that baby mine if it's white, nigga? What do I look like Money Mike? Do I look like Cat Williams on that movie, nigga? Yeah, that's my son. Yeah, because you called him my son don't mean he mine. But that little motherfucker, that's a white man's baby. He's from the cave of Caucasus. Yeah, that's not mine. I would never claim a white baby. But if you see me claiming white baby, you just better know that head is fire out, and I'm blinded. She sucked my dick so good, I don't care what the motherfucker look like. It's mine, nigga. I could have been gone for 5 years and came back and claimed the baby. The baby is newborn. I know physically I ain't make it, but in my mind I made it. Boy, hey, if a nigga in that delusion, you get away from him. He'll kill you and kill himself. Get away from that man. He delusional. That nigga been gone for 6 years and that baby 5 months old. And he swear to God well, my baby ain't no birth certificate. Get away from that man. That nigga, he gonna kill everybody. He gonna scorch earth. I wonder how many stepkids Losky got. Stepkids? None. I don't claim no kids that ain't mine, nigga. Raheem could have pulled it off if he ain't had a little S22. Losky having step white kids is crazy. No, I would never. His daddy probably got smoked. You know how niggas move. Yes, no, that's how I was thinking. Now I know how that go. Yeah, you was from the hood. You get smoked and niggas cuff your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys gonna slut your baby mama out. But if she a good bitch and got good food stamps and good Section 8, a nigga will cuff your baby mama. Do your research on niggas cuffing your baby mama because she got Section 8. All right. You better pay attention, boy. Losky told you, niggas.
On the ground with his shoulder bandaged up and surrounded by police and emergency personnel, indicating that he had been the one hit in the shoulder, while photos of an injured Melly in crutches were posted online following the shooting, indicating that he had seemingly gotten shot in the leg. With Aero, though, some friends would later make more concerning sounding posts, perhaps indicating that Aero had gotten hit the worst. Melly, on the other hand, would almost immediately be back on Twitter, taunting his ops and saying how that was pressure, as well as saying how that headshot hadn't done anything, perhaps either referring to himself or Aero, while joking how his ops were using cheap bullets. When OTF member Twim would tweet "shout out to that headshot," Melly would simply comment back with laughing emojis. THF members would begin to tweet at Melly, joking how they were worried about him, with Melly responding he was just fine, while another THF member would jokingly respond how he was happy to hear that. THF TP, on the other hand, would make some posts insinuating his possible involvement in the shooting, while responding to Melly, who was calling THF and OTF feet shooters, as TP would respond by calling 051 the leg shot kings, before telling Melly how he had pressed him, followed by some kissing emojis. But there had seemingly also been another shooter who is now considered to have been Raheem, due to what would unfortunately take place next, because the very same night of the shooting, Melly would make an ominous tweet simply saying, "You better go hide, boy." Then on the evening of May 24th, at approximately 8:15 p.m, Raheem and a group of friends were in the Bronxville neighborhood. They were leaving a golden...
bro, I gotta read this. Hold on. Losky got a train. Losky got a train to claim. White baby. This Joe like the Charlie Kirk killer. No, you're not saying that, bro. But yes, I will train the little motherfucker how to yeah. I think you want to be a killer. But now you gotta be careful with that. Cause little white kids will come back and kill you. They'll kill your parents. Yeah, you train that nigga to be a killer. He, fuck you, not my dad anyway. Then he gonna blow you to smithereens like, you little bitch ass nigga. I went to your baseball games. I went to your hockey games. I taught you how to fight. But they put your head in the toilet. I washed your hair, nigga. And this is what you do to me, you little bitch ass nigga. This is what you do to me. Can't say nothing to his mama. He killed her first. Yeah. You sucked a black dick, mom. She did. And she was great at it. So what I'm saying is that a fucking pink boy you got here? That's pretty cool.
Fish and chicken restaurant and walking near the 4400 block of South Cottage Grove Avenue, where a light-coloured sedan, specifically described as near the 44 friends were in the Bronzeville
I
neighborhood.
know
They
this,
were leaving a Golden Fish and Chicken restaurant and walking near the
That's
4400
over there by
block of
Lockology,
South Cottage
boy.
Grove Avenue, where a light-colored sedan, specifically described as silver,
That's not Lockology, is it? They turned Lockology to a restaurant, did they? Lockology.
pulled up and an
that's over
assailant
there by
fired 4
Lockology,
or 5
sure.
shots towards that group. Raheem was struck in the back, but managed to run into a nearby alley where he unfortunately collapsed and died at the scene. The following day, Melly took to Twitter and sent a message telling THF to pick their heads up because they knew his day was coming, clearly insinuating that Raheem's days had become numbered after the shooting incident. Surprisingly this time, the Chicago police acted fast, and within weeks, they charged 051 Ario, real name Arias Fitch, with first-degree murder for Raheem's death. Prosecutors even stated that the shooting was an act of retaliation for the drive-by shooting that had occurred on May 15th, and that either Aero, or more likely Melly, had allegedly been in the passenger seat when Ario shot Raheem. However, information not available at the time would also reveal a much more personal motive, because as mentioned earlier, Ario also happened to be 051 Big A's younger brother, who had just been killed in 2013, and Ario had allegedly revealed to police that THF Bezu, who called Raheem his son, had called him and told him he was the one responsible for shooting his sister.
That's snitching. Yeah, now that's snitching. I don't want to hear all this shit y'all talking about Young Thug. That's not snitching, but that right there is snitching. Yeah, I'm not gonna put no white kid on to turn back and kill me, nigga. If I get a white bitch pregnant, that's on me. Well, I'll be a 2-time loser at this point. Cause she's a succubus. That's all she do. She wouldn't even let me pull out. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Every time I get ready to nut, she's put her legs around me and she just, I'll be like, she's like, and then I just nut all in her pussy, gang. I don't even try to. Then I sit back and look at her like, fucking bitch, you got me again. Then she goes to sleep and dreams about rainbows and Republicans, whatever the fuck white girls dream about. But you know, shit like that.
Ario therefore having multiple reasons to want Raheem dead. However, Melly's own statements and social media posts may suggest that he had in fact been the shooter, as he would later appear in a vlog with Zach TV, spitting a bar about getting shot by someone, and 2 weeks later.
But you know what the fucked up part is? But they talk about my cousin Montana. They say, oh, Montana told. Who he tell on? Who the fuck I never know. Because I'd never ask drilling them, because that's not my business. And I don't want to fuck up our relationship because they picking up. I don't know if it's something personal or what. But what did he tell on? Because I never heard anyone going to jail for Montana saying anything. So if anybody know what he told on, gang, somebody tell me what he told on, because I don't know. I just knew food and be like, boy, your little cousin did bad. I'd be like, what did he say? Like, really, what did he say?
Until they were dead.
Because I really don't know. I don't be trolling. I just don't know, man.
In smoke, we smoke. We ain't doing shit. I don't know.
We don't know. I don't know what. We ain't smoking nobody.
I got shot 2 weeks. He expired.
Around the same time, he also made a free Ario post while alleging that Ario hadn't actually done it, but kept his mouth closed after being arrested. This version may actually be true, because as the newspaper would note, Ario still had his left arm in a sling from the May 15th shooting during court, which means that Ario would have had to have been driving the car with one hand whilst also simultaneously shooting. Now that's of course technically possible, but perhaps not nearly as likely as Melly, who had been hit in the leg, being the actual shooter from the car. As time passed, Melly would keep making statements implicating him in the crime, like continuously complaining how much his feet hurt while dissing Raheem for shooting him in the feet, posting on Facebook, my effing feet hurt so bad, man. That dead man shot me in my feet all them effing times. In a 1-hour Instagram live with THF Bezu, Melly would...
Bro, I remember I exposed the paperwork. Niggas thought I was lying on Wooski, gang. When I told niggas Wooski told when he was a kid. So then he started picking up a gun, now he want to tell. He like, he was 13 years old. That nigga was shooting at niggas. Do your research on a nigga going to get it and getting little Kaya 85 years and then shooting at niggas. Free Kaya. And Kaya killed my homie, gang, and I'm saying free him. You see how that works? That's how street niggas supposed to do. That's what street niggas supposed to do. Kaya killed my homie Chinaman, right? And Wooski snitched on him. We all knew who killed him. Did we go tell? No, we did not tell. We all knew. Everybody knew. Well, the streets knew who killed him. We didn't say nothing. Y'all know who told him? Wooski told.
would ask Zoo if he wanted to hear a bedtime story, before going on to recount the final moments of Raheem, a particularly disrespectful thing considering that Bezu considered Raheem like his own son.
Yeah, me too, man. When we gonna read you a bedtime story and tuck you in? Huh? When we gonna read you a bedtime story and tuck you in? Yeah. Tell you about this when he walked down this dark alley. He ain't make it to the other end of the alley. I was just reading the comments, bro.
Following Raheem's death, FBG Duck would let THF know on Twitter that he would be attending his cousin's funeral, tweeting, "Lil THF shorty,
Yeah,
better
FBG
remember,
was-
that's my blood lil cousin. I will be at that funeral, so be ready."
You good? You straight? You good? Alright. We good? When you get to looking like that, usually I'm in trouble. let me go make something. Go say something real quick. Yeah, I think I might gotta. I don't know what I did. Let me. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I did nothing too crazy, right? Did I do something crazy? Okay, I didn't do nothing, right? Oh, because I know I've been around shoot each other. Alright. What? Okay, I ain't do nothing. Okay. Make sure I ain't do shit. Okay, cool. Alright, I don't be knowing I don't know shit, boy. I be fucking up. I be fucking up. Boy. I be one like away from being in the doghouse, boy. I be chilling. Okay. I don't know nothing.
Ready to see my face. Period. R.I.P. Raheem, family first. And apparently, in a rare showing of compassion and understanding, not necessarily towards Duck, but more towards Raheem's family, THF respected his wishes.
Yeah, we felt the way we felt about the type of though, but it's like, hey, what could you do if this family, we ain't finna do this here? You feel me? We not finna make matters worse. You feel me? Do at folks' funerals. Everybody in it got, you feel me? The people who raised us, all people, aunties and grandmothers, everybody does. So we have to act accordingly.
The loss of Raheem hit THF hard, and in return THF would allegedly go after one of 051's original members. In the relentless conflict between THF and 051, certain individuals became prime targets because of the position they held in their set's ranks.
My nigga Boom, gang. Let me see. So, okay, of course, the Young Money's, of course. When they go to THF, I really don't know none of them niggas. Yeah, that's a funny part. I've never knew.
051, certain individuals
Like,
became
I be
prime
trying to put
targets because
faces
of
to
the
the
position they
names,
held
like,
in their set's ranks.
certain
And
niggas,
051
you know certain
T-Bug, a
names.
respected
I
OG
don't
who had been
know
involved in 051 since Zico was still alive in the mid-2000s, was one of the big...
Now, these my dogs right here. But this was my best friend. Boom was my homie, gang. Like, me and Boom was like freaking frat. We was like freaking frat. And he was the first nigga I started hanging with over there. He was the first nigga I started hanging with over there, all types of shit, gang.
Dogs in the set. While T-Bug would seemingly not make much noise on social media, unlike some of the younger members, his reputation and long-standing presence likely made him a high-value target in the eyes of his enemy. On a Friday evening in June 2016, while standing outside the 200 block on West Garfield Boulevard on Chicago's South Side, T-Bug and another 27-year-old man were approached by two gunmen who opened fire before fleeing the scene. T-Bug, real name Terry Bates, succumbed to his injuries, while his friend was wounded. His friends in the streets were devastated by the loss, and afterwards, his murder was openly claimed by a member of THF who seemed happy to tell the world about his involvement. During a heated Instagram live between THF Tracy and 051 Driller, Tracy would seemingly end up admitting to several crimes, including chasing down 051 member Rockhead in 2010.
No, I don't want no clout. I don't care about my
But I'm
face.
saying, you want the
I
clout,
never
but
seen
what
you.
What type of
outside.
hey, look. Hey,
Rockhead, I've been chased Rockhead. You was never outside of 2010. You went outside of 2013. On Kyle, you went.
He would also allude to killing someone who he called Terry Berry, a statement that confused Driller at first, as Terry Berry, aka TB, was an infamous member of Taekwon World, who had allegedly been killed by O-Block as revenge for murdering one of their most beloved members, King Von's best friend, T. Roy. However, Drilly would seemingly catch on that Tracy was in fact talking about T-Berg, aka Terry Bates, and was simply confusing the names, another way of disrespecting T-Berg.
What you talking about?
Oh, okay.
What you hear, Terry Berry? What you hear?
What
you talking about? What
hey,
you
look,
hear?
man, you gonna go to
I
jail,
clapped
bro.
all y'all up there, boy.
You gonna go to
I
jail.
so many from y'all.
The self-incrimination would continue to the point where
He's
even
saying
Driller
Terry
decided
Berry.
he needed to kick his op off of live, telling his...
Terry Berry, bro. Yo, how the fuck you don't know who you killing? That's how niggas don't know you really ain't do that. It ain't no way you don't know who you clapping, gang. It's just something about putting that still on a nigga you just can't forget. How you gonna forget? How you gonna forget that? Supposed to everybody was on that TV hit. Damn. That's crazy. So everybody was on that TV hit. Hey, when a nigga doing that work and everybody know who you always get thrown under the bus. Internet gets just fun. Enjoy. Yeah, that's their cousin. Yeah, I told him about OJ. And one sentence from the doghouse. You hear me? One sentence from being from the doghouse. I swear. You feel what I'm saying? I be trying to, I be having to tread lightly. Everybody thought you was the bus. Is crazy. Even bro, but saying Terry Berry is crazy though. Oh my god.
Viewers at THF
But that was
Jeff
crazy.
Tracy was going to jail for making those statements.
I stopped thinking about y'all because of Lil Mark told on me. If Lil Mark would never told on me, boy, I'd have been on y'all.
On the guys, bro. He go to jail, bro. What is he on? You got to get off my live with all that.
T-Bug's death represented the massive loss of a foundational member of the 051 gang, but according to some rumors, 051 would get their revenge already the same year. In November 2016, less than 6 months after the murder of T-Bug, THF would experience yet another loss when their affiliate, Trayvon Dickerson, better known simply as
Dickerson, my nigga. Your last name is Dickerson. Dickerson. That's what it says. Dick her son. Go pronounce the word. If you think I'm just being funny.
THF would experience yet another loss when their affiliate, Trayvon Dickerson.
Dickerson. Slow that shit down. Dick her son. See what I'm saying?
Better known simply as Trevon, was gunned down in the 6800 block of South Cornell Avenue. Trayvon would be found in a narrow gangway between residences, having sustained fatal gunshot wounds to the head and abdomen, and his murder, like so many in Chicago, remains unsolved to this day. However, in some online rumors, his murder has been attached to 051, and particularly their most prolific shooter, 051 Melly, who had allegedly killed Trayvon with another member of 051 called Tristo. A lot of people wouldn't buy this rumor though, with a lot of Redditors joking how online detectives like to try and pin every unsolved murder of Melly's ops on him personally. But whatever happened to Trayvon, for THF, he would be yet another person added to the long list of friends lost to the streets. And according to some rumors, THF would get their revenge almost immediately, as the next loss for 051 would come literally within the next few days. The animosity between THF and 051 and their allies went hand in hand with the drill music, and in November 2016, the Suwoo rapper TTB Nez would drop the now infamous track F the Ops Part 2, a fitting name for a diss track that went after all of Suwoo and 051's enemies. Nez dissed LA Capone, who had been taken out by 051 years earlier. He rapped about 600 member Stello, who was shot and killed in July 2015, and mentioned THF slain member THF Black, rapping that he died shaking, followed by THF Gudda, who tragically shot himself by accident. Then he went after THF Raheem, rapping how this wild behavior had gotten him killed, adding that Raheem got crucified for THF going on the mission that wounded 051 Melly and Ario, who then allegedly got back and killed him. And Nez would even mention that he had the opportunity to kill THF Tracy, but didn't have his gun on him. Now clearly THF had seen this video as it was reposted on their Twitter, and THF Tracy even responded, calling TTB Nez's bar about almost killing him cap.
That man said that man just said he would have killed me if he had a gun. Who the f is you? Like I just what? Who the f these man? These just came out some 2013. I don't know you, man. I don't give a f who y'all think y'all is or that. No.
The highly disrespectful track had clearly offended THF, and they were willing to do anything to teach Suwoo, aka TTB, and 051 a lesson. That lesson allegedly came at the start of December, just weeks after the track had been dropped, when 051 member Short Mac was walking in Cornell Park in the 5400 block of South Cornell. A masked gunman walked up from behind him and opened fire before running into a nearby car and driving away. This was a midday, broad daylight shooting in an affluent area of the city, yet the suspect, or suspects, were never caught. However, immediately after the murder, THF's social media started buzzing, and just a day after the murder, THF Rome posted a picture of Nuck, a fallen member of the THF 4-4 set, with the caption RIP. He also directly referenced lyrics from the track from TTB Nez, like the bar about Raheem, tweeting that he was putting people in their place, followed by an ominous tweet responding to a tweet by a THF member, T-Man, who had simply posted hashtag they forgot, with Rome responding, I think they did, lol. In yet another tweet, he warned the ops not to drop THF's name or they'd jump out and blow their brains, and he then alluded to the song by Nez being a reason for the drill, tweeting that these rappers are always putting their gang in bad situations. These tweets seemed so self-incriminating that years later they had Redditors questioning whether the Chicago Police Department even cared about solving these murders. As people had seemingly been basically confessing on social media right after pulling the trigger, the back and forth killing would sadly continue the following year when 051 would allegedly pull off one of their boldest hits, although this time they would eventually end up going down for it. To understand what happened to THF Bobo, we have to go momentarily back in time to May the 1st, 2015, when Sorrel Marshall, a 40-year-old man from the North
I knew this hit. I knew the Bobo hit was coming, gang. I gotta ask my wife about this, because I just, some things I can't linger. You've been off RG because you've been looking at something. Did I do wrong? I guess when you love a bitch, I guess you gotta make some type of. Is that wrong? Go look at what I sent you. Did I do wrong with that? Go look at your Facebook. What the fuck? No, I didn't see nothing. What is this? You said text. Baby girl was trying to scratch your face on the TV. I told her you were working. She just asked the one. I like to thank you for being so they be feeling like that. No, but no, I didn't see that until now. Alright. I had to check here to make sure my family was good, you know? But I knew the Bobo hit was coming. Hit that super cat, hit that cash out, y'all, because this video long as a bitch. It's still, we not even at halfway. 5 minutes, we're going to be halfway through. We still got the whole hour and a quarter, hour and a half. Oh my god, this video's long as shit, bro. I'm gonna, hit that super chat, hit that cash up, gang, because this is gonna be a part 3 tomorrow.
Side was walking a 20-year-old woman to her apartment in the Douglas neighborhood. It was a routine act of courtesy that placed him in the path of 3 armed men: Kamari Belmont, aka THF Bobo, Terrence Hogan, aka THF Sasa, and Khalil Powell from the Folly Boys. According to prosecutors, Bobo allegedly reached into the woman's coat, stealing Khalil Powell, Belmont, aka THF Bobo, Terrence Hogan, aka THF Sasa, and Khalil Powell from the Folly Boys. According to prosecutors, Bobo allegedly reached into the woman's coat, stealing her iPhone, wallet, and credit cards, while Sasa held Marshall at gun.
You stole a bitch iPhone? You reached into the woman's coat pocket without her permission, stealing her iPhone, charger, and Old Navy credit card.
gunpoint. Unfortunately, in a life-threatening act of heroism, Sorrel Marshall attempted to deflect the loaded gun, causing Sarsar to open fire, striking him 4 times in the groin. Still, as the trio fled in a grey sedan driven by Powell, a critically wounded Marshall made a last desperate attempt to stop them, throwing himself onto the hood of the car. He fell to the ground, and as he lay there, Sarsar allegedly leaned out the vehicle and fired a 5th and final shot into Marshall's thigh. What began as an armed robbery had now turned into a brutal murder, but the group wasn't done. And just half an hour later, about 2 miles away, Bobo, Sarsar, and Khalil allegedly robbed 2 more people at gunpoint, but this decision would prove to be their undoing, as one of the victims used the Find My iPhone app to track the stolen device, leading police directly to the suspect's grey sedan in the 500 block of West 43rd Street, with all 3 men still in the vehicle. As officers approached, the situation escalated, as THF Sarsar, who had seemingly decided to go full crash-out mode that night, had allegedly lunged at an officer. The officer fired, striking Sarsar in the arm and chest, and as Sarsar attempted to flee, he would drop the 9mm handgun that would be matched to the earlier killing. All 3 were apprehended shortly after and charged with first-degree murder. For nearly 2 years, the case slowly found its way through the Cook County court system until January 2017, when a stunning legal technicality altered the course of justice, as court records revealed that THF Bobo had made a formal demand for a speedy trial, and on April the 15th, 2016, a demand that for some reason wasn't granted. As a result, the judge had no choice but to drop the first-degree murder charge against him.
As Kamari Belmont sat in Cook County Jail charged with murder, the clock started running.
We want accused people, we want victims, witnesses, everybody. We want to
get a speedy trial. Imagine if Baba would have got that speedy trial. The judge would have threw the book at his ass, gang. He would have caught 30, 40 years, but he would have still been alive. They didn't give him his speedy trial, and that was against his rights. And he was freed and killed. See how that worked?
Speedy trial.
Prosecutors had 120 days to bring Belmont to trial under the state's speedy trial statute. They didn't get it done and had to drop the murder charges.
At 11:12 p.m. on March the 6th, 2017, after posting bond for his robbery charge, Bobo walked out of the Cook County Jail a free man, but this freedom would be very short-lived. He was picked up by an acquaintance, and at 11:43 p.m., just 31 minutes after his release, while he was riding in a vehicle less than a mile from the jail, a white SUV pulled up alongside the vehicle, and someone inside opened fire. Bobo was shot multiple times in the back and torso, but he managed to get out and tried to run before
he got shot in the ass and shot around.
collapsing in the street. Meanwhile, the suspected shooters would crash their SUV, causing them to abandon the vehicle and escape on foot, still somehow getting away without getting caught.
Minutes after Belmont posted bond Monday night and left county jail, someone in this SUV
that boy Bow had a forehead on him, didn't
he fired shots at the 23-year-old. He didn't make it to the hospital.
Internet detectives have once again tried to piece together exactly who was behind this hit. In general consensus, all seems to once again point towards 051 Young Money, with some Redditors noting the military-style precision of the attack, with many comparing it to a movie-style assassination, while others would point out how 051 are known for planning their hits meticulously, as they had also seemingly done with LA Capone. And when it comes to specific suspects, one man in particular would eventually appear as the alleged killer, dubbed by some online as the right-hand man of 051's most vicious killer, Melly. 051 Rose had first gained attention as a prominent member of 051 Young Money when he appeared right next to Lil Mark in the 2014 diss track No Competition, where he demonically toted an automatic weapon throughout the video. Rose would have his own music career, even dropping full mixtapes like his 2014 Loose Screw mixtape, as well as collaborating with 051 artists like Driller for the track We Back, which would come with a music video that now has over 1 million views. However, Rose's music career would no doubt be stifled by his extensive rap sheet. His mugshots dating all the way back to 1999 showed that he'd been arrested over 55 times. Following the death
99? Yo, I forgot me and Rose is around the same age, yeah. We is around the same age, yeah. Bro. 99, my nigga? 99? Bro, that's around the time I jumped on the porch around 98, 99. But yo, my nigga, I wasn't going to jail that day though. I'll fuck with that though. That's real nigga shit, bro. This show where you been in the streets, yeah. I love it. I love it. As I know, nigga definitely been in the streets, guy.
Dating all the way back to 1999 showed that he'd been arrested over 55 times. Following the death of Bobo in 2017, Rose frequently referenced him in his lyrics, often taunting the circumstances of his death and the deaths of other THF members. For example, in his track Outstanding Member, featuring Hard Knock, he raps how he gives out a lot of free smoke and people couldn't handle the Bob pack. In the disrespectful diss song Factors, Rose would throw disses towards numerous THF members, including OTF Chino, Raheem, Black, and Fahim, while also rapping how Bobo probably wished he'd never been released, a clear reference to his murder after leaving jail. Then, in May 2020, there would be another arrest to add to his historical rap sheet, which would be caught on an officer's body cam, as Rose tried to avoid jail by doing the race, quite literally before realizing there was no escape.
I'm telling you to stop. Stop. I didn't do anything. Put your hands behind your back. I didn't do anything. Black hair, black dread. Right there, right there. I didn't do nothing wrong.
While in custody, police formally charged Rose with the first-degree murder of Bob O, identifying him alongside another 051 rapper Uchi as the shooters. Investigators would also identify a man called Kurt Mack, real name Curtis Posey, as the driver of a tail car used in the operation, a well-documented tactic employed by 051 Young Money in a previous attack, including the murder of L.A. Capone in 2013. Interestingly, Kurt was an uncle of 051 Melly, and at the time of Rose's arrest, he would already be dead, as he was killed in 2017, according to some theories, by THF Rome, with some considering his murder to have been a get back for Bob O. Unfortunately, since the initial arrests and charges, there have been little public information about the case's progress, but when it comes to the years-long war between THF 46 and 051 Young Money, it seems that Bob O would be the final casualty before there would be a years-long break in the killing, and of course, that's just a guess, because THF would by means stop experiencing losses, and every year, it seemed that they would lose at least one of their members or affiliates, including X-Man, aka Loco, real name Xavier Holmes, in a 2018 unsolved homicide, THF D-Money, real name Deshaun Rogers, in a 2019 solved homicide, and Breed, real name Tuan Thigpen, in a 2020 unsolved homicide. In 2021, on the other hand, there would be yet another national news story that would eventually involve THF, when the feds would famously arrest and charge 5 members of O Block for the murder of FBG Duck. Then in 2023, they would charge a 6th person.
I almost died. I almost choked to death. What Duck looking at me like that? You know, don't look at me like that, Duck. Don't look at me like that. What the fuck did Duck have to do with that? He dead. There's a dead man looking at me. And he looking at me going, he's still there. Duck's still looking at me. There's a dead man still looking at me.
Charge 5 members of O Block for the murder of FBG Duck. Then in 2023, they would charge a 6th person, Ralph Turpin, also known as THF Teasy, who had allegedly been the one to drop FBG Duck's location to the O Block shooters after spotting him in the luxury shopping district in Chicago's Gold Coast. Paperwork from the investigation revealed that Teasy had a grudge against FBG Duck over a past romantic relationship with the mother of his child. According to Duck's mother, Duck had been involved with this woman since 2017, long after Teasy and her parted ways in 2013.
Duck probably started messing with her in about like 2000.
Big raspy fat bitch.
But she wasn't with him since 2012, 2013.
Then, in a moment of despicable spite,
said,
a wild and agitated Teasy made a series of fateful phone calls, which were even partially recorded by the security guard in the store where Teasy first spotted Duck. His first call was allegedly to THF Dada, but Dada's response was cautious, and he asked Teasy to gather more intelligence, specifically what car Duck would be leaving in. Unsatisfied with this approach, Teasy then reached out to a group.
Nigga, what in the espionage? Get more intelligence? When did niggas start moving like that? Get more intelligence? You're not saying that. Wow. When they got you on camera giving a drop is crazy.
Which were even partially recorded by the security guard in the store where Teasy first spotted Duck. His first call was allegedly to THF Dada, but Dada's
probably loud as hell. Man, we in that bitch, yo. I'm on my mama's fault. We right there for. We said a nigga Duck for. Oh, my mama. Call fools how we did that money for. Oh, my mama, G. Oh, no. Me on fool them, boy. So the guy, fuck. He right here right now, my mama. Probably loud as hell, G. Boy, you gotta be a little finesse with
response
it,
was cautious, and he asked Teasy to gather more intelligence, specifically what car Duck would.
More intelligence. Niggas did not say that. I gotta actually read that, gang. Gang, gang. Shout out to my nigga Cavo. Gang, gang, gang. Cash up super chat. Gang. Shout out to my dog Cavo. I love you, gang. He said for more support. I love you, gang. Cause you know this bitch long as hell, gang. This bitch long as Western. If y'all don't know how long Western is, do your research. Western is the longest street in Chicago. Weekly left Milani. What? They been told to call it what? He weekly left Milani. That bitch a hoe. If you fuck with a bitch named Milani, focus on yourself, gang. Cause that bitch got more dicks in her than anything. The report is much too bad known to law enforcement as CHF. Car. They're trying to find out what Kai was. He told me to get more intelligence. I had to read it because there's no way a nigga tell a nigga to get some more intelligence. Bro, you moving like spies, my nigga.
Would be leaving him. Unsatisfied with this approach, Teasy then reached out to a group that he knew would act immediately when hearing Duck's name, his main rival. Here the story takes a critical turn, because when he contacted O-Block, Teasy not only provided the location, but also allegedly fabricated a story, falsely claiming that FBG Duck had threatened him and that he was being chased and needed urgent backup.
This Ralph, bro, on the phone line, bro, said like, hey, bro, I'm finna do a real reenactment of how Ralph was. I you not, bro. Babe, let me get a phone. Oh, bro. Hey, y'all. Hey, bro. They tried to kill me. Bro, they just tried to kill me, bro. Down, up here, bro, by Gold Coast. This Duck just tried to kill me. He ran up on me with a whole bunch of fo. Yes, fo. Hey, Scud. Look, let me tell you, Scud. Even Kenny.
Why is niggas telling everybody? Well, it's a snitchathon. Oh, my God.
C-Thing, Muwap, all of them was looking at Ralph T like you sent us off. You feel me? Cause so now y'all know it was never a planned hit. It was never a planned hit.
This lie may have been the ultimate catalyst, and instead of a carefully planned assassination attempt against FBG Duck, who was by himself, no gang members, the O-Block shooters may have believed that they were going on a rescue mission or combat scenario against multiple opponents, therefore perhaps answering the haunting question of why O-Block mobilized with such extreme urgency and lack of critical thinking or planning. Within minutes, 2 cars raced downtown, and as Duck stood outside the Dolce & Gabbana store, the vehicle screeched to a halt as the gunman hopped out, unleashing a barrage of 38 rounds in a military-style execution that lasted around 15 seconds, hitting Duck 16 times and killing him. Following the murder, THF Teasy texted his baby mama in a text simply containing 3 laughing emojis. In 2024, the O-Block members and Teasy...
Bro, why are you trolling your bitch knowing she fucking this nigga, gang? Bro, what? Do your research. Look, I'm gonna tell you what nobody else gonna tell you when it comes to these hoes, right? In these backdoor games, these niggas, right? Let me tell you. Baby mama finna come back to you in a second. Okay. Now this is what happens. When these hoes playing these games and she fucking both of y'all, whether you got a baby with her or not, it all comes back to 3 things. You know, I do things it's 3 things in my life. It's always 3 things. Whose dick bigger, whose dick better, and who she's fucking at that time. Those 3 things. Who dick bigger, who fucking her better, and who's fucking her at that time. That's what's going on, gang. That's what's going on, gang. Hey, you see that? You see that there right there? It's my birthday. I don't know why the fuck this is on there. Is that, did you niggas get slammed on my birthday? If so, I know they hate that day. But seriously, if you kill a nigga over a bitch, she's gonna tell on you. Wanna know why? Because you just got rid of one of her dicks. If she know you fucking with, I don't know what bitch to name, because I don't want my bitch to be on my dick. I just say I can't name her. I say girl number 1. If you fucking girl number 1, she find out you fucking girl number 1, right? She kills girl number 1. You're pissed. Wanna know why? Girl number 1 probably eat dick off the bone. She probably thick, all types of shit. Now you done lost girl number 1. Are you gonna tell on her? I'm not gonna lie. If she sucked dick that good, more likely he probably do tell on your baby mama. Now you getting that bitch locked up. Wonder why? Cause she killed girl number one. She killed girl number one. Or she killed girl number one, right? Now you may kill her because it's an act of passion, and you may get off being an act of passion. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, it goes any way. But when it comes to females, they always gonna take the other nigga's side. You know what I'm saying? If she knows what's going on and you knock that nigga off, she's gonna tell on you. Sir, as the sun shines, that girl will tell on you, gang.
Would all be found guilty and receive mandatory life sentences in federal prison. But Teezy's actions would also seemingly be punished by his own set, who would disown him. And in interviews, high-ranking members like THF Lil Law from THF 44 would publicly deny Teezy ever having been one of them.
It ain't no THF Teezy. Oh yeah, let me say that too. Listen, I don't know who this THF Teezy character is or whatever. Y'all stop applying with THF. Stop putting him. We don't know him. He ain't one of us. He ain't.
You say Teezy was extra tender, wasn't he?
Wherever he from, y'all.
He's the biggest, better, and present. Facts.
This sad period in THF's history would be made even worse by the fact that THF Dada, the person who Teezy had first called after spotting Duck, would end up killing his best friend and fellow THF member Gino, aka Trouble, in January 2021 after a tragic mental health episode. On the afternoon of January the 27th, 2021, Dada's mother would call police and report that her 27-year-old son had a gun and was hearing voices and experiencing a mental episode. Not long after, shots rang out in the 3500 block of South Cottage Grove. When police arrived at the scene, they found THF Gino dead in an elevator with multiple gunshot wounds, as he had seemingly been shot by Dada while attempting to help his friend. You would think that after all the death and carnage that THF have experienced, the killing would eventually stop, but it seems that in recent years, the war between THF and 051 has actually begun to heat up again, as both THF and 051 found new talents in the drill scene, THF with Lil Law from THF 44 and 051 with Kiddo, both surprised.
Yeah, bro, if it's a rap battle between Kiddo and Lil and Law, I mean, Law won by a landslide. Bro, my man got gang tattooed on his cheek. Why? You getting that gang? He tattooed the words G-A-N-G on his cheek.
Being older members who were part of the original drill scene but would end up doing long sentences and missing much of the action before finally getting released and finding new success in music, with particularly THF Lil Law doing some major numbers on streaming platforms. But before we take a look at what's been happening with THF more recently, let's first have a look at the life of perhaps the most best known THF member of all time, THF Beizu, whose career in
glazing. Oh, he's glazed. He just glazed him so. You thought that nigga was a donut from Krispy Kreme's where he just glazed his face.
Both the streets and the rap scene spanned well over a decade, during which Beizu would both taste the fame and fortune while touring the country with Lil Durk, while also ending up beating a murder charge that dated all the way back to 2009. And if online rumors are true, that might not be the only murder that Beizu was connected with. Devonshea Collier, better known as THF Beizu, or Bebe, El Zoo, experienced a childhood defined by the harsh socio-economic conditions of Chicago's former Cabrini Green housing projects.
I was born and raised in Cabrini Green, man.
Right.
That's the near north side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? My mother stayed.
It ain't near. That's north side like a motherfucker.
Stayed in the projects. My grandmother, she stayed on Mohawk and Black Hawk.
Public housing complex constructed in the
Mohawk and Black Hawk. That's OTE, gang.
1940s to accommodate war industry workers and veterans quickly deteriorated due to municipal disinvestment, poor maintenance, and systemic neglect. The area that they built Cabrini Green in had a long history of poverty and violence. It was formerly called Little Hell, named after burning factory smokestacks and crime that plagued its residents. It was Chicago's first slum, the birth of both the Chicago Irish and Chicago Italian mafias, during a time when gang members conducted broad daylight shootings with little repercussion. By the 1950s, the Chicago Housing Authority put in place Chicago housing projects all around the city, one of those being Cabrini Green. By the late 20th century, it had become synonymous with poverty, gang violence, and urban blight, earning a reputation as one of Chicago's most dangerous neighborhoods.
Perhaps the most notorious of the housing authority's so-called vertical ghettos was Cabrini Green. In just the
I used to hate on the Greens. I'm gonna tell you why I used to hate on the Greens a little bit. We had a little jealousy in the projects. I'm gonna tell you why I was a little jealous of Cabrini Greens. I grew up in the Village, right? If it wasn't for Hardball, a lot of people wouldn't even know who the fuck the Village is or where the Village was, right? But like Cabrini Greens should get all the clout, gang. Thank you, Junie, for telling me yourself. Hey, Junie. Bring me that phone, blood. Time to go to sleep. See, if he was quiet, he would get away with it. Yep.
Can I at least have 2 more minutes?
Hell nah, boy. You way past your bedtime. Turn that light off in that kitchen, bro. You done eating, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Because Cabrini Greens, they had good times. They had Candyman. Anytime someone thought about the projects, first thing they say is, Cabrini Green, Cabrini Green, Cabrini Greens. And I used to hate that, bro. I used to hate Cabrini Greens, bro.
First 3 months of 1981, Cabrini saw nearly 50 shootings.
My children have to go to school, and I will say I am afraid over here.
The cops, of course, they didn't really care.
For real.
You know, these are black kids killing black kids.
Bezu from somewhere else.
One less black kid.
In 1980,
Bro, you see what I'm saying? Earlier, remember, he's like, born and raised over there. I said, he's from the Greens. Bezu is from up north. He's not even from over there. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, bro? I said that earlier, like, gee, Zoo from up north. That's why when they was like, how he made the name and he took control and he took control, he made this and that, the name THF. I said, hold on now. How the fuck can he do that if he wasn't from over there? I mean, he's from over there now, but he wasn't originally from over there. That don't mean he came over there young, you know what I'm saying? Whenever he came over there, he had enough time to clearly make his bones and become the face of their block, for sure. You can't take that away from that nigga, whether you like him or not. He they face. He they face for sure. But shorty from up north, though.
1981, Mayor Jane Byrne moved into these projects for a total of 3 weeks to prove to the city that with constant police present, crime and gangs would go away.
She was coming home one Saturday, and she said to the driver, "Take me through Cabrini." So as they were driving through, there was a paddy wagon, and they were putting a girl into it. She said, "Pull over and find out what that's all about." So they came back to the car, and they said the girl had been gang raped. She was 12. So Janie said, well,
Being gang raped is crazy. I'm sorry, man. I hate to hear about any woman that was like, because these women fuck. Only thing they do is give them $40 in the cut water, my nigga. These hoes fucking, my nigga, and you taking pussy. You okay, white girl? Okay. Bro, that shit just sick, bro. You ain't gotta rape no hoes, bro. Them hoes will fuck you.
I'm moving.
So I've been doing all my brothers that's from out south.
See? Okay. There you go. Teenager years. You know what I'm saying? He came over there around 15. 14, 15, 15, 16, 14. Between the years of 14 to 16, he moved over there. And he created his bones. See what I'm saying? But if it ain't nobody... See, one thing about us project niggas, gang. Like, I noticed this shit. Us project niggas, we move real different. Now, don't get it twisted. Because there's some killers on these blocks. And they know how to use them cuts and all that. But project niggas, well, we a little different. We drop our nuts a little different. We do. We do. We definitely do. Because I was raised in the projects and the blocks. But I'm a project nigga for sure. Because before I stayed with my grandma full time, I was in them buildings. Rain, sleet, or snow. And we real different. Our intensity is real different. Because some niggas, we do shit some niggas won't do. We dirty. We dirty. We used to play in the pissy puddles. The buildings flood under the building. We hang under the building. Your shoes wet, no socks. Niggas, the elevator used to break. We used to climb up on top of the elevator. Go to the next floor. Some niggas, if they climb that motherfucker all the way up to where they going. Niggas hang in the sewers. Niggas ain't scared to run up in another nigga. Niggas ain't scared to run up in another nigga building. You know what I'm saying? That shit I used to do. I'll give y'all story times about the projects later. But I'm just showing y'all, when it come to them projects, that's why, like, I gotta get it. Even if you don't like them, man, you gotta give them you gotta give niggas they flowers. Cause them project niggas, well, we a different type of being. Yes, project made men out of me. They made men out of all my homies. That shout out to everybody that grew up in them projects. For I don't care if you from out west, north side, you know what I'm saying, the low end. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the project niggas. Not just Chicago, but worldwide. You know what I'm saying? But Chicago projects, we bred a certain type of nigga. You can't get that from New York projects. Because New York projects, those are niggas that stuck up. Them the niggas, them the spoon-fed niggas. And that's so hard. Because in Chicago, it's the other way around. You know what I'm saying? But in New York, it's way different. So I just had to put that out there.
Since I was a puppy, you feel me?
This move proved pivotal as Bezu ended up settling on 46th Street with one of his OGs.
A situation had happened or whatever when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want too much talk about that on the internet or whatever, but a situation happened. I had moved southbound with my OG. That's why I really jumped out the porch and made.
This nigga said one of his OGs. OG mean his mama numb nuts. This nigga said, oh, he moved up there with one of his OGs. When he means OG, mean his mama. You finna go sleep? Yeah, I could tell.
My name for myself on the south side on low end, 46th Street, you know what I'm saying?
He would become a member of 4-6 Lawn, which turned into 4-6 Terror and 4-6 Hit Squad. The gang then linked up with the Mickey Cobra set.
Them niggas throwing up crap. Them niggas throwing up crap, nigga. Them niggas throwing up crap. It says Mickey Cobras. But I've never seen a nigga throw up Mickey Cobra like this. Maybe he threw them seeds up for Caldwell. I don't know what that's for. But my man is throwing up crap.
to someone.
Yeah, like you already know what it is, man. It's that time on phone them. What it is, man. It's that time on phone them.
Bro, they just that hand shit looks so BD-ish. But I guess before they drop it there, cause some niggas be like, that's cracking at 5. That's not, it's locking the gates. But some people like before they call themselves locking the gate, they'll clutch the gates and they'll break it down. You know what I'm saying? Like when BD shake head with like the Stones or something, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Before they let a nigga, cause you're supposed to go all the way down, no diddy. But a nigga, they'll stop it like right here, like stop. Then they'll drop the rate.
You know what it is, man.
And that's what I think he just kind of did.
Yeah, that time on phone.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Before he took it, before they clutched the gates, that means he a BD. Before he locked the gates, he came out and dropped the race.
Oh no, what it is? Hey, come open the door, right? Yeah. Murder team, man. I have my.
Down the Edgar Allan Poe homes, or the Poe homes still up? Cause I don't. Is they still open? Is they still up? That's wild. Bad them niggas was tearing them joints up. There's still a couple out there, but vacant and shells of the old jets. That's fucked up, bro. I'm from Latrobe. You from Latrobe Homes? Oh, bro, I'm thinking you from Chicago. I keep talking about Latrobe. My bad, bro. I'm thinking Latrobe is home of the Project Kings. It's still up. John Hopkins about to buy that shit. What? That's fucked up. White Rocks, green weed. What you want? You better know that. That's that Project living. The Poe homes been gone. Damn. That show you how long I've been to Baltimore. I ain't been to Baltimore in a minute, gang. RP to the Poe homes, man.
We don't hunt and go hang on no block. That's why all y'all dead. You goof.
His affiliation with the THF-46 also intersected.
Bro, I showed us being put up off the 6. That's not terrorized line block, bro. I showed my shorties how to be smarter. We don't.
I mean, that kind of is being put up. Hey, mama, I can't see you. That's what it sounds like, gang. If a nigga ain't outside. Where was you at? You good? You text me? I ain't see where the fuck you was at. If niggas ain't on a block, that is niggas being put up, gang. Like, what? Bro, that's, nigga, see, I don't know.
And go hang on no block. That's why all y'all dead.
I'm supposed to hang on the block. That's what niggas.
His affiliation with the THF-46 also intersected with prominent figures like Lil Durk, whom Bezu said allegedly provided with street credibility in the South Side.
When them projects was up, I was under that building. I was all through them hallways, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Before the buildings went down, I was still on the blocks too. So I ain't scared to play however nigga want to play it, gang. I always been there to play. See what I'm saying? What did I tell y'all before, gang? Cherry Hill still standing. Yeah, I hope, bro, I love Cherry Hill, gang. I got 1,000 stories to tell you about being a kid running around through Cherry Hill. I love Cherry Hill. Shout out to all my family in Cherry Hill. Shout out to my aunts, my cousins, all my little cousins. I don't even know a lot of y'all little ass. But shout out to y'all too. I love y'all too. Shout out to the whole Cherry Hill, gang. I love the whole Cherry Hill. For sure. Except them bitch ass niggas I used to fight when I was little. I ain't forget y'all niggas. Yeah, I'll beat niggas ass in Baltimore too. Yeah, boy. We be doing them family fights, boy. We going crazy. We'll talk about that another day. I got story times for days, even in Baltimore. But you see what I'm saying? That goes back to what I told y'all before. Dirk linked the 4-6 come through D-Thing. All hells came through D-Thing. You see what I'm saying? Thing was the street brother. Niggas like Dirk this, Dirk that. No, it was D-Thing. D-Thing, nigga. If it wasn't for no D-Thing, are you laughing at me? Nah, she probably, I don't know what the fuck she got on her mind. She keep hearing D things. All she hears the word D. She's smiling. You. I thought you was laughing at me. I'm sorry. So, yeah, bro. D thing, bro. You see what I'm saying? D thing was the one, gang. RP thing. I came up with thing. See what I'm saying? Thing always been a real nigga, gang. He was definitely getting money nigga for sure. RP thing. They took a real one out with that bullshit, gang.
In 2009.
Mm-hmm. But that same year that Bezu met Dirk, who would later become his main ticket out of the streets, he was also getting his hands dirty, allegedly committing a murder that would later come to haunt him right as he was on his way out. Statistically, the 2000s were a relatively peaceful time in Chicago, but compared to many other cities, the violence was still very much out of control, as one weekend in the summer of 2009 would show, with 11 people killed in less than 30 hours. One of these victims was a 21-year-old Dominic Barnes, who was found shot in the 4700 block of Forestville Avenue in front of a corner store, where two people walked up to him before opening fire and fleeing by car. As the news would mention, Dominic lived in the 051 territory on the 600 block of East 51st Street, and as the original incident report would note, he was known to
hit that super chat, hit that cash up, let's get it, man. On my mama. Send all questions in, all that good shit. Bro, McDonald's can eat a dick, bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna make a new account. This dumb bitch ass nigga tried me today.
Hang out with Mickey Cobra gang members. However, Dominic wasn't allegedly part of 051 Young Money, but rather a set known as Dirty Low.
I definitely got 1 million points, gang. I kind of don't want to do that. I got at least like 250,000 points. Do your homework on nigga having 250,000 McDonald's points. And I think I got another point. I got another account with like hella points too. So I don't know. I be trying to get my money back, man. McDonald's ain't finna fuck me for that poison food.
Whose territory and Dirk Banks. Yes, that Dirk Banks. Lil Dirk. Now, to be clear, only Bezu would be charged with the murder of Dominic, although Dirk too would eventually be charged with another murder following this arrest. But if you want to know more about that, go and watch my video, The Many Murders of Lil Durk. Anyway, the investigative reports would later reveal that the police had in fact been after...
Nigga, you say what, nigga? When the fuck have they ever grabbed Dirk for a 9-1? They got jammed up at the 50-yard line, my nigga. Right there by Liam's is crazy, gang. Niggas is not getting jammed. What the fuck?
These years before
outside.
75th,
bro. They said 59th. It's not 69th, that's on 75th.
Among those shot was allegedly a GD from THF, while the shooters were allegedly members of Dirty Low. Then, approximately 8 hours after the sports bar shooting, Bezu was allegedly out looking for revenge, entering a grey Chevy Monte Carlo alongside other THF members as they drove to the 4700 block of Forestville Avenue, where they spotted Dominic Barnes allegedly selling weed on the corner. They would approach Dominic and ask if he was from Dirty Low, and after receiving a confirmation, allegedly, Bezu immediately produced a .357 revolver and shot Dominic multiple times in the body. It had taken detectives almost 4 years to piece together the case, but finally, Bezu was charged for Dominic's murder, with local news, including Bezu's image, in their reporting, while online media, like the legendary College Kid site that focused on the early drill culture, would highlight his connection to Lil Durk. However, despite having several cooperators identifying him as the shooter, after spending 4 years behind bars, Bezu would beat the charges. Right around the same time as O-Block's most infamous killer turned rapper, King Von, would famously beat his murder charges, and together they would jumpstart their rapping careers with their infamous collaboration, Beat That Body, dropping in 2018. But we're getting way ahead of ourselves, because as mentioned, this murder took all the way back in 2009, which tells you something about how long Bezu had allegedly been in the streets causing havoc.
I personally been on y'all since 07. Me, you know that. I'm talking about 2012. So.
Also, you're probably wondering who was that snitch that got Bezu in trouble for the murder of Dominique in the first place. Well, 2 years after that murder, another murder would take place, and it was this one that would eventually begin to unravel everything. On the evening of July the 16th, 2011, only some hours after the murder of the alleged THF affiliate Lil Tony that we discussed earlier in this video, the Washington Park neighborhood would become the backdrop for another tragedy. 25-year-old Lorenzo Zoe Beasley, an alleged member of the GD set, met...
Bro, you're not taking a picture like that, man. That is not a good picture, man.
Boys, who controlled the northern end of the neighborhood, was sat in his parked vehicle at the 5200 block of South Martin Luther King Drive. At approximately 7 p.m, a small grey crossover SUV pulled up alongside Zoe's car, and the driver would lean out of the vehicle before firing multiple shots at Zoe, then fleeing northbound on King Drive. Zoe may have attempted to get himself to a hospital as his car was found crashed into a nearby tree, but unfortunately, he would later pass away after being taken there by medics. The case would remain unsolved for some months until the breakthrough came in September 2011, when the Chicago police would make an unrelated arrest in relation to an aggravated battery and firearm investigation, taking in an 18-year-old THF Barbara. Investigators learned that some months earlier in April, there had been a traffic stop not far from the murder scene concerning a car that matched the one used in the homicide. This car, having 3 people inside, including an unnamed occupant, Barbara, and a man named Rayford Shearer, also known as THF Bucky. A lineup was created during which 3 witnesses all identified Barbara as the shooter of Zoe, while Bucky was also identified as the driver. One of the witnesses would note that the offenders were members of the 4-6 Lawn Gang, the old name of THF, which at this time would have likely been better known as 4-6 Terror or 4-6 Hit Squad, and that they were at war with the Met Boys gang. The investigation eventually led to first-degree murder charges being filed against Barbara, with prosecutors arguing that the shooting was a targeted, gang-motivated assassination. But Bucky was seemingly eventually released without charges due to lack of evidence. Facing the possibility of up to 40 years if convicted at trial, Barbara opted for a plea agreement, eventually pleading guilty to reduced charges in exchange for a sentence of just 12 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections. The relatively lenient sentence raised a lot of eyebrows and fueled speculation that Barbara had cooperated with the police, specifically by giving out information in the 2009 murder of the Dirty Low member Dominic Barnes, the very case that Bezu ultimately beat. Bezu would later go on to make the allegation that Barbara had ratted on him, including in his 2023 No Jumper interview.
Bro, check this out. If Barbara snitched on him, why is Barbara still alive? I mean, why is he alive? Why is he in jail and you free? You know what I'm saying?
Publicly disowning him as a member of THF.
I ain't never seen him.
I ain't know he called himself THF, bro. Bro, who he is, man, a rat. Bro, one of the ones who got down on me, blood on the body. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of these scatter shorty, they sucking his whatever the situation is. He talk crazy, he get crazy, he act crazy. No respect coming from my way. That's all y'all need to know, man.
Zoo alleged that Barbara's records must be sealed because even internet sleuths on Chiracology haven't been able to get their hands on them. However, he himself had the files to prove it.
On what y'all call that little site that be dropping all Chiracology.
Oh yeah. Chiracology, yeah.
My whole caseload on Chiracology, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of statements that I don't know if he got his sealed, because a lot of people caseload with their caseload, the witness name get blocked out only for trial, so you won't know your witness, so you won't get your witnesses killed or like that in Chicago. But
You know, I got the proper caseload for the simple fact I'm the victim.
But Barbara defended himself against the allegations, saying that he wasn't cooperating but just simply providing police with an alibi since he was already fighting his own murder case.
So what happened was when they asked Marty and G-Man or whatever, the two that got him charged, which is his homies, the older from down there, they spilled the beans and they told the truth. And I mean, they was telling more like this, right? Oh, no, bro, ain't getting in the car with us.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I gotta get my house shoes on. Hold on. Bro, I'm so used to fucking turning my camera off, bro. Like, I'm fully dressed, by the way. But I'm just so used to turning my camera off, y'all. Because sometimes, boy, I be walking through hoochie daddies, boy. I don't even want niggas to see my dick, you know what I'm saying? My girl already be tripping.
You know?
I show everybody your dick. Everybody see your dick.
Take bro nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Zoo like, man, you pacing me with this, man, you bogus as hell. Hey, look. Give me your homie. Ain't no this gonna tell on you. All they had to do was the alibi was like this how they come, you know, where they took me to when I got in the car with them, you know. I ain't in the car with them. One of them. I don't know what they went when they got
mama shout to them guys, man.
It spoke
They
about
walk in jail for the D2?
I ain't never seen no girl.
From Baltimore
where they went, you know.
However, the available paperwork online appears to provide evidence that the snitching allegations might actually be true. The paper trail started after the 2009 murder of Dominic Barnes, during which detectives were notified about a 16-year-old juvenile in custody who was willing to cooperate with investigators. This individual identified Bezu as the shooter and provided a detailed motive for the killing. Then, more than 5 years later, on June the 14th, 2014, while Barbara was serving his sentence for the murder of Zoe at the Cook County Department of Corrections, detectives visited the facility to speak about the Barnes murder with an inmate described as a 20-year-old African-American male born in '93, details that match Barbara's profile, who would have been 20 at the time, with his 21st birthday approaching 11 days later. Crucially,
he said nigga was 16, juvenile in jail 16. 4 years later, so that's 18, 18, 20.
None of the other suspects.
Hey man, I'm sorry, man. It's looking real funny.
Witnesses or cooperators in the Barnes case shared these specific biographical details. The information
provided. Born in the 80s, 1980, 1981. That nigga old as shit. 87. That nigga 38 years old. Oh
by this inmate was remarkably detailed and consistent with the statement given by the juvenile in 2009. It included the motive for the shooting, a complete rundown of events, identification of all the members involved, the weapon used, and even claims of Bezu.
2009, I I was 19, 20 years old.
Confession immediately after the crime. Most damningly, in what appears to have been an administrative error by a Freedom of Information agent, one written report within the case paperwork had actually left Brabra's first name unredacted, strongly suggesting that Brabra's cooperation with the law enforcement extended beyond merely providing an alibi. These snitching allegations would cause THF and their allies to distance themselves from Brabra, and he would even get mentioned by a disappointed Lil Durk in an unrelated track with THF Lil Law, rapping about how he was hurt the most by those close to him who had snitched, before specifying Brabra by name. Now, as we know, Bezu would only be arrested for the murder of Dominic in 2014, but as mentioned in an earlier chapter, there are somewhat credible claims that Bezu would also catch another body the year before that in 2013. As we discussed in an earlier section, Amanda Big A Fitch of 051 Young Money was a feared and seasoned shooter.
You know, so Big A, she, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of times where Big A, she done pull up, hanging out the windows with choppers, letting that shit ride, having people run for their life. A girl, a female, she like heavy set a little bit, but she has, you know, her was a shooter, she was a killer, all that, fool. A whole girl out here leaving people where she catching.
Her alleged criminal involvement, even including the 2010 murder of Stephen Billups during a robbery, cemented her violent reputation from early on. Big A also allegedly participated in the pivotal 2013 assassination of the rising drill rapper L.A. Capone from 600, an operation that shocked the city's music scene. The killing prompted immediate and boastful social media taunts from her crew, flaunting their involvement. In retaliation, THF 46, who were very close with 600 at the time, allegedly exacted revenge just over a month later, ambushing and killing Big A at a gas station in November 2013. Her brother, 051 Ario, would later provide a confession that he had allegedly personally heard from her killer whilst in police custody, telling police that he received a call from none other than Bezu himself, who would swear to Ario on the life of his son and dead brother that he had killed Big A by shooting her through the fence at the gas station. A description that matched the events of the killing, including the iron fence that was indeed located at the gas station where Big A lost her life. But despite his alleged confession to her brother, it remains unclear if Bezu was ever formally charged in connection with the shooting death of Big A, or if all the focus of the Chicago police may have been put on the murder of Dominic, Bezu would be charged with the following year. But what we do know is that after Bezu would beat his murder charges, he would get a new major opportunity in life, as he would hop on the Chicago drill scene with two guys who were just about to become the biggest names the genre had ever seen, Lil Durk and King Von. In the world of Chicago drill music, credibility is currency, and by 2014, Lil Durk had risen from the streets of Chicago to the brink of mainstream music success, but his ties to that same world were never far behind. His association with THF Bezu, a respected figure known in street circles as a proven shooter, provided Durk with the undeniable gangland credibility that gained him respect in the drill scene. As noted on Chiracology, where people discussing Durk's street cred would not only point to his numerous gun charges, but also specifically referencing his close ties with well-respected shooters like Bezu. This relationship was a two-way street. Durk provided a platform, and allies like Bezu provided a layer of authentic gang ties and respect that was undeniable in the world of drill music. But as mentioned, in November 2014, this mutually beneficial relationship would end up putting them both behind bars, when Lil Durk's peace at his suburban home in Melrose Park was shattered by police. Law enforcement were not there for Durk though, they were executing a murder warrant for Bezu, but in the process, they discovered two firearms in the residence which immediately implicated the owner of that home too, something that academics reported on in his War in Chirac series.
Now, the police officers said they saw Lil Durk standing there when the door was open, and there was two guns laying on the table, 245s, because just like Max Payne, you ain't fighting the ops if you're not double wielding your straps, right? Now, he said, I got those pipes cause ops always be trying to take my bands. Damn, the goddamn realness.
In one swift operation, the mutually beneficial relationship had triggered a disaster. Bezu was taken into custody on a murder charge, while Lil Durk was arrested on serious weapons violations. While Durk eventually managed to get his case dismissed due to lack of evidence directly linking him to the guns, for Bezu, the situation was dire, as he was facing life in prison, accused of being the triggerman in a gang-related murder. To make matters worse, with Bezu incarcerated, his absence created a power vacuum in THF's hood in Kenwood, and the Wentworth District Commissioner would reveal in July 2015 that 3 recent Kenwood shootings were attributed to both the rapid expansion and leadership squabbles by THF and its members, which the police would continue to call by their old name 4-6 Terror. This also included a spike in recent robberies and shootings by the very same gang.
Bro, I hate that nigga Academics too, gang.
And the district commander identified age to be a main driving line in the role that a member played in the gang, noting that the older members focused on dealing drugs while the younger were much more reckless and responsible for the robberies and shootings. Anyway, the prosecution's case against Zoo was built on witness statements that claimed that Zoo had approached Dominic Barnes, asked about his gang affiliation, then opened fire before fleeing. According to Bezu himself, 5 people got on the stand against him, but it was all hearsay.
It was hearsay from the jump anyway, you feel me? No eyewitness got on stand, but it's 5 people got on stand on me in trial. 5 people and I still came home, dog. Inshallah, you know what I'm saying? So like,
He would be behind bars for over 4 years trying to beat his case.
while I was in the, you know what I'm saying?
And what year was this?
When you 2000, I believe that was 14 to 2018. I was in there 4.5 years, probably my murder route.
And then in December 2017, Bezu was suddenly a free man, with a tweet from Dirk simply stating, "No more free Zoo," welcoming him home. His release came just after King Von also beat his murder charges, which would then inspire both Zoo and King Von to hop in the booth and create their collaborative track Beat That Body in May 2018. 2018 was crazy, and Lil Durk had both of his top shooters back out on the streets besides him. But just like in 2014, this association would eventually put all
I ain't gonna lie, boy, I've been on this bitch for, I'm trying to thug it through, but bro, I've been on this bitch for damn now. And 3 hours of change, gang. Hey man, we're gonna have to call it one, bro. We're gonna finish this up tomorrow. Part 3, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm tired, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna definitely eat. You know, lay it down. Tomorrow, same time, same place. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow around the regular time, because there ain't too much left in it. So, I love y'all, man. We gonna get it busting, bro. You know what I'm saying? That nigga definitely tired. I remember when Academic snitched on his channel on Lowski. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, you funny as hell. That's some funny shit, gang. But we gonna link in tomorrow, I promise y'all, bro. I wanna stay on longer, but I'm tired and shit, you know what I'm saying? I've been, it's shit. I know it seems like it's easy, gang, but you know what I'm saying? Ain't enough donations coming through and shit, you know what I'm saying? But tomorrow, I'm gonna lock in with y'all niggas tomorrow for sure. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it in tomorrow, I promise y'all niggas. See y'all tomorrow, part 3. We're gonna wrap it up, man. Love all, trust none, keep it going. I'm gone. I love y'all. Y'all know that. Catch y'all tomorrow.